What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? What's popping, man? Hey, sorry for the tardiness, man. I'm up here trying to prepare this show good as possible for y'all today, man, for sure. And definitely one of these lives, you know what I mean? D Free was good with you, bro. You know what I mean? Definitely one of these lives. I definitely wanted to just come in and tap in, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel like dropping no videos for real today, man. So I was like, man, let me just go ahead and go live. It ain't really nobody going live for real today. So right now at the moment in the afternoon, you know what I'm saying? I know we waiting for these fights at 6 p.m. today, you know what I mean? Starting time at Eastern time today. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, let me go ahead and tap in with my peoples and put on a little show for my peoples, man, especially Wednesday. I ain't like how my live was Wednesday for real. StreamYard was on some bullshit with me last Wednesday. I mean, with this past Wednesday. But salute to my brother Josh Sanders, man. What's good with you, bro? What's popping with you? My brother, man, Louisville Slugger. Yes, sir. Midwest shit. You heard? Yeah. My boy D Free, man, what's good with you, bro? D Free, make sure y'all subscribe to D Free Sports Talk. His channel, man. My boy be cooking up, man, on the boxing. He cooking up on the football and everything, man. Subscribe to my dog right there, man. Salute to my brother, man. Crucial content, man. My brother, man. My Chi-Town brother, man. Salute to you, my dog. And all things, man. One of the goats on YouTube, man. One of the goats on YouTube, man. Salute to all things, man. Appreciate his support all the time, you heard? Adam, was salute to you, boy. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about Morel versus Katyav, man. Yeah, definitely crazy on that behalf, man. Katyav fighting on, pretty much being banned from Russia, you know what I'm saying, for a banned substance in 2024. But his last two test results from VADA that he had in recent time, leading up to this fight was they were good. You know what I mean? So he's good to go to fight. Kind of similar to like that Conor Ben situation in a sense, where Conor Ben, where he couldn't fight in the UK, but he was able to fight in the US and shit when he had his little banned substance situation and shit. You know what I mean? So I mean that's definitely gonna be an interesting fight. We definitely gonna get into that for sure, man. And I got a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit to talk about, man. Last night, man, was the women's card. Yeah, I mean, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. When y'all come in here, for sure you did. Man, last night was the women's card, man. You know what I'm saying? I love see my boy Josh Sanders here right there. He said Morrell about to beat the drugs out of him like he did that one fighter he put in the coma. I see it happening tonight for real. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm along with you with it, bro. I still got Morrell beating this dude, but Katia, he a tough dude though, man. He a tough dude. Yeah, we gonna get into talking about about this the whole card on the later half of the show. I'm gonna open up the panel as well today too, man. We're gonna cook up on a lot of shit, but just to get started, man. Last night, man, Taylor, Serrano, the trilogy, the fight card was lit. The all women's card was lit, man, from top to bottom, man. You feel me? And let's get to it. Like, kind of talk about it a little bit. Last night, man, no good action from the women. Got to salute to all of the women on the card last night, man. All of them was lit last night, man, for sure. You know what I mean, and Netflix, salute to Netflix. The stream was good. I ain't had no problems with the stream or anything. Like everything was solid on that end as well, for sure. Salute to Jake Paul for putting on this amazing all women's card, man. Which it was action packed, man, throughout the night, man, for sure, man. But just to just more conversate about it. I mean, of course, the first fight with Tam Thabal versus Mary Casamasa. Tam Thabal, she knocked her out in that fight. She got a knockout in that fight. And the second fight was Ramla Ali versus Lila Furtado. I know A lot of people was thinking that Ramla Ali was gonna win that fight, which is Lila Furtado. She won that fight, man. She won that fight fair to me. I asked her at least, what I'm saying, a couple rounds, in my opinion. I know a lot of people was screaming robbery on that fight last night. I'm like, nah, that wasn't no robbery. Ramla Ali just couldn't pull it together, man. And Furtado, she controlled the pace in the majority of that fight for sure, man. So that was a good scrap last night. And Chantel Cameron, man, versus Jessica Cameron, man, that was a good scrap, man. That was a banger for real. Both of them girls was banging. Chantel Cameron, man, she got the dub last night as I expected for sure. Fought a great fight, man. Wouldn't mind seeing her versus Katie Taylor again, because I felt like that second fight was close too with that fight with Taylor and Cameron. And Cameron won that first fight with Taylor and Cameron, so might be a good fight for them to set up a trilogy in that fight after Taylor winning last night. But yeah, Chantel Cameron, man, she looked sharp last night, man, on her first fight with MVP, and definitely a solid look from her. And then the Sharnika Johnson versus Sharetta Metcalf fight last night, man, that was a good scrap, man. That was a fight that a lot of people thought Sharika Metcalf was gonna be able to upset her last night, but she ain't get the upset last night, man. Uh, no, Sharnika Johnson controlled the pace. She was controlling the pace with her jab and pressure. And Sharetta Metcalf, her she was flat footed. No, got long legs to where like the legs. She don't have the ability, the athletic ability to be a full blown boxer and box around Sharnika Johnson pressure in the show last night. Like Sharnika Johnson was just on her at her helmet all night for real. And Metcalf had no answer for it. She fought, she definitely fought her ass off. And I ain't gonna lie, man, the stoppage to me was a little premature, man. And I want to show a clip of that, man, for sure. That stoppage was kind of ass to me, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I definitely want to show that shit. Let me get this shit right here.
Hi. Let me see you once again. How you feeling? You okay? I am great. Why y'all doing me like this? I don't like how she's reacting to the punches. How am I reacting? I don't like how her legs are. I'm stopping it. It's over. It's over.
And we're done. It's over. Metcalf will not be allowed to come out for the night.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy right there, bro. Like, I mean, I didn't think anything was wrong with Shorty for real. And you know what I'm saying, for them to stop the fight. And you hear the referee talk about this how she reacting. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, bro, like she trying to fight through the fight. Like, the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, her eye wasn't leaking crazy or none of that shit. You know what I mean? So that shit was different right there for sure, man. Like, I don't know what that was about for real, man. But Shanika Johnson got the dub, man, off the stoppage on Metcalf last night, man. Great fight from her. Um, and talk about this third fight, man, with Ellie Scotty and Yamlith Mercado, man. That was a good scrap, man, for real. That girl Ellie Scotty, man, she is a dog. She is a dog for sure, man. Like, definitely seen her cooking up last night, man, for sure. And I got a clip of that, man. I want to show for sure. Yeah, Ellie Scotty, man, that girl, she lit, man. That girl definitely lit, man. She was boxing beautifully last night. You know what I mean? And throwing that right hook, man, strong last night, man. Definitely a amazing performance from Ellie Scotty last night. Amazing performance. And I want to show that little clip real quick again, real quick, man. Yeah, that girl be thumping, man. That girl be thumping, bro. Yeah, I definitely fuck with Ellie Scotty, man. She made me She made me definitely a fan last night for sure, man. She made me a fan last night, man. And let's go ahead and get into it, man. I see my boy Josh Sanders down there, man. My brother talking about the Savannah Marshall fight and Shadeja Green. Let's get into that fight, man, because we definitely want to get in a little bit in depth with that fight. Um, so my boy Josh Sanders, my brother, he said, I can't lie, I felt Savannah Marshall got robbed last night. I had her winning clearly, and I thought Green would stop her. Oh, that's different. I don't know. And he said they. And then Josh Sanders says they planned that. I don't know, dog. Me, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I felt like Shadeja Green controlled, like she had more, command of the ring than Savannah Marshall last night. You know what I mean? Like I thought Shadeja definitely outpointed her to get the dub last night. You know what I mean? Savannah Marshall fought a good fight, but Shadeja Green had the bigger moments, in my opinion, in the fight in particular. You know what I mean? Just in my personal opinion. But I want to play a clip from their fight right here. Then I'll play it again one more time real quick again. Yeah, man. Um, Zach B was good with you, brother. Was good. Salute to you. Good morning, man. Good morning, man. Yeah, we just recapping these women, this women card from last night, man. Hit the like button if y'all ain't hit the like button for sure, man. You already know if you want to support the channel, you can support the channel. $ CamJNetwork, man. We working, man. We got a lot of shit we gonna go over and cover in this live today, man, for sure, man. But my boy, either Marshall was beating her to the punch and laying the harder shots. Yeah, hey, bro, like she had some moments, man. I just felt like Shadeja controlled it. She controlled like a lot of. She had the bigger moments per se. I mean, it was a close ass fight. Definitely, don't get me wrong. It was definitely close, but I don't think it was where we can say it's a robbery in that fight in per se. That's just my personal opinion. I felt like Shadeja won that fight last night, man. She took that bitch from Savannah, and I picked Savannah Marshall winning this fight going into this fight because I didn't think Shadeja was going last, far as her condition, far as in the late half, because we done seen her, and I mentioned it in my video I dropped yesterday. I mentioned it that we done seen Shadeja, gas out in the second half of fights. You know what I mean? But she was well conditioned last night, man, and she was all for the fucking fight last night, man, and it was a great performance from Shadeja. Like I can't give that to Marshall last night. You know what I'm saying? Um, Marshall definitely, fought a good ass fight, but I definitely had Shadeja on that one. So one judge had Marshall losing. Yeah, bro. Yeah, but the judges is nasty work last night in some of these fights. I ain't gonna lie. Like a couple of them. That fight in particular, with that scoring, with in particular, and the Taylor Serrano shit too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, bro, I just, some of these judges, bro, I don't know how these judges be getting their credentials and where the fuck these guys come from. But this shit be pointless, dog. It be real life pointless, man. When these judges just be giving landslide to these close fights. Like you just like, bro, that be fucking up people's careers with these judges, bro, and these certain fights for real, bro. That shit be real live nasty work, bro. I really hate that shit in boxing, man. And one thing I want to say too, I want to mention I don't like 2 minute rounds in women's boxing, man. I wanted to voice that because I said that in one of my group chats, man. Yes, last night while I was watching the fights. Matter of fact, I said that in D1's live last night, And and I said that in KQKC's live last night. Like, man, I don't like these 2 minute rounds for the women, man. Like, I just feel like they need that 3 rounds, man. Like, I feel like they ain't even get into they getting their shit off 100% until you know what I'm saying they get to to the second round. You feel me? Just do my God, salute to you, brother. Was good. Hey, everybody, make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother Just Do Boxing over there, man. My dog cooking up great content over there, man. For sure, man. Salute to my brother, man. I know it's a big day for my dog. I know Shakur, that's his man's, you know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna talk about Shakur later on in the show for sure, bro. Salute to my brother Just Do, man. Big day for him today, man. Yeah, for sure, man. You already know, man. Much love to my man Just Do all the time, man. Thrill Hill was good with you, bro. Yeah, bro. The rest, bro. See, like even like I said, even the ref in the Shanika Johnson and Sharita Metcalf fight, dog. Like that was nasty work, man. That was nasty work in that fight where they stopped that fight. I'm gonna play that clip where they stopped that fight and from this referee real quick again.
Time. Let me see you once again. How you feeling? You okay? I am great. Why y'all doing me like this? I don't like how she's reacting to the punches. How am I reacting? I don't know how her legs are. I'm stopping it. It's over. It's over.
And we're done. It's over. Metcalf will not be allowed to come out for the night.
You see that shit right there, bro? Like you see that? Like the ref, like her eye wasn't messed up or nothing. She was reacting cool to me as far as in the fight. Like she was trying to compete in the fight. Her eye wasn't fucked up to where like it was closed shut or anything to call it off. Like the ref just said, I don't like how she reacted to the punches, and then he just called the damn fight off. Like I'm like, damn. I mean, I know Sharnika Johnson was winning the fight clear. She was damn near pitching a shutout. Maybe no, she maybe got 1 or 2 rounds. I don't even say that. Maybe 1 round, Metcalf. She only played maybe got like 1 round off. But in general, man, like it looked that was nasty work, bro. That was nasty work right there, man. The refs and the judges in boxing, man, it's just it's a lot of corruption in boxing. We all know about it. We done seen it from thousands of fights, and it's not gonna fucking stop, man. Just be real, like you feel me, for sure, man. Crucial Kai just said he loved that little punk. He said, joking, he's stupid. He said, Crucial Kai said, my brother said, no lie, I became a fan of women's boxing after last night. They was getting on moan. Like, for real. They was getting it in last night, man. For real, bro. Like, I was excited about this card when they first announced it. I'm like, this is an all women's card. They got a lot of titles on the line on this card. And a lot of these women gonna put on, man, and they definitely put on last night on Netflix, man, for sure. It was a beautiful look for the women. Almost a sold out crowd out there in Madison Square Garden. You know what I mean? I've seen a couple of little empty seats, not too much, but majority packed crowd. You know what I'm saying? Atmosphere was amazing, and the women was throwing leather on leather last night, man. It was a lot of leather on leather from these women, man, for sure. And it makes do for tonight. For tonight. These guys, these fellas gotta put on, man, because these women put on last night. These fellas gotta up the ante tonight, man, with their performances after what happened last night with these women's on this all women card last night, man. I'm definitely gonna say that for sure. Like they gotta put on some great performances tonight, man. Because these women definitely put on some amazing performances last night, man. Besides Taylor Serrano, we gonna talk about that fight. I wasn't too crazy about that fight in particular last night. That wasn't a trilogy I expected. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into that though. But yes, the women's, bro, they definitely lit right now, man, for sure, man. And this was an amazing event. And I hope we get a lot of more of these where they get to be on a big platform like Netflix and be able to have more all women cards, man, coming up for sure, man. It's a lot of fights that can be made, especially after last night, man, especially with other champions that wasn't on this card, that can mix it up with a lot of these other women that are champions for sure. And he said, thanks, yeah. Yeah, my boy Just Do saying he gonna call the fights if he got time tonight, man. So make sure y'all tap in with his channel tonight for sure, man. And let's get into a little bit more with Shadeja Green, man. So Shadeja Green, of course, she beat Savannah Marshall last night, man. And here's a clip of her press conference from last night, her post press conference interview that she had last night. And here what she
I
said.
love the fight close to shows, you know. Of course, I want to go and rest or whatever, but I think that's the fight to be made. Close to shows.
She gonna beat the fuck out of her.
Savannah told me something today. She said to me today, she said, I've been in the ring with her, and she said, you could take her out.
Yeah, I gotta run that back one more time, man. I want y'all to hear what she said again, man. We're gonna definitely do a deep dive
I
into
love the
this.
fight close to shows, you know. Of course, I want to go and rest or whatever, but I think that's the fight to be made. Close to shows.
She gonna beat the fuck out of her.
Savannah told me something today. She said to me today, she said, I've been in the ring with her, and she said, you could take her out.
Yeah, man. So you guys, Shadeja right there, she calling out motherfucking Clarissa Shields already, you know what I mean? And of course, that's the fight right there that I'm looking for. I've been calling for this fight for a while, but with Shadeja's recent performances, you know what I'm saying, a little lackluster to where she could get that, that Clarissa fight. But after last night beating Savannah Marshall, being a former foe from Clarissa Shields, put the fucking fight on, man. Put the damn fight on. And I want to share a screenshot. Let's now. Clarissa was watching the fights last night, and she was talking about the fights. And here go Clarissa right here. She said, "Best fight tonight was Shadeja Green. I did not expect that either. That's who deserves that 250K bonus money." And obviously, last night, if y'all peeped it on MVP, on their IG and everything, they definitely gave Shadeja Green that 250K last night for best performance last night. And here go Clarissa right here again. To after she this her response to Shadeja Green. She said, "Oh please shut up and come fight me. Bring your cheerleader too. They always trying to team up against the greatest. Literally light work. Pound the quote, pound Clarissa Shields right there. You know what I mean? So you got Clarissa Shields responding to Shadeja Green, talk about shit. Come bring it, shit. Let's get it popping, you know what I mean? And you already seen daggone Jake Paul in the clip talk about Shadeja Green will beat the fuck out of Clarissa Shields. And I'm like, man, y'all building it up, y'all talking it up, man. I want to see it. I want to see it, man. And interesting right here with this tweet right here. So you got Rayshawn Cruz Dezern. She says, just trying to figure out why she always calling you out. And I'm the one that made her reevaluate her life. And Carissa, she responds, she says, I don't pay them motherfuckers no mind. She want to keep them belts. She better call someone else name because what I saw tonight, I would have beat both of their ass at the same time. Right there, so right there, Cruz Zern and Clarissa, both of them popping their shit. And that is interesting right there a little bit. Cruz Zern did beat Shadeja Green, you know what I'm saying, a couple fights ago, man, for sure, man. So that is interesting. And as well, man, like Clarissa, shit, I'ma be real. I'm gonna be real, man. It like I think Clarissa beats. She beats Shadeja Green for sure if they line it up. I think she definitely beats her for sure. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to see it though because this is the thing. I'm looking at Clarissa fighting them girls up there in that heavyweight division, and it ain't no bangers up there at that heavyweight division, man. It ain't no hitters up there. Like this girl that Clarissa about to fight July 26th, she about to step on that girl. She about to step on that girl for sure, man. And I'm just, I just want to see the fight, you know what I'm saying, for sure. I wouldn't mind seeing Shadeja Green run it back with Cruz Zern or fight Clarissa. Either fight. I want to see either one for Shadeja for sure. You know what I mean? And I think Clarissa, shit, you ain't fighting nobody else better. Shit, why not fight Shadeja? Because them girls in that heavyweight division, them girls ain't it. All right, we going to keep it all the way above it. Them girls in that heavyweight division and the women's is not it. Like Clarissa, she going to be undisputed forever up there fighting them girls up there. Like, them girls ain't it up there, man. I got to keep it 100 for real. You know what I mean? But I do like the response from Cruz Zern for sure. She made a very, very valid point for sure, Josh, for sure, bro. She made a valid point, and I felt like shit, Shadeja, yeah, you got your L removed from Cruz Zern. You gotta see her. You gotta see this girl at one point for sure. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she calling for Clarissa. Shit, Clarissa ain't fighting nobody up there in that heavyweight division. I want to see it. I want to see it, man. And shit, Clarissa, she got to fight July 26th. We'll see her get through her fight because, that girl, that's going to be easy work for her. Easy work for Clarissa. But if Clarissa and Shadeja was to line it up, though, I got Clarissa winning, though. I got Clarissa. I think she definitely like my brother said, my brother Thrill Hill just said, Shields too quick for Green. I definitely believe in that too as well, man. I believe Shields is definitely too fast for Green, and I just don't think Shadeja would have to try to make the fight make the fight be an inside fight. And Clarissa, we know she's not gonna, fight on the inside the whole entire fight where she gonna, move it in from inside to outside and, pick her poison with her and everything and pick her shots. I mean, which is we know Clarissa, she's definitely amazing at doing so for sure. I mean, but I want to see the fight. I love the style clash, man, for sure. I love the style clash between Clarissa Shields versus Shadeja Green, man. I think those would be amazing fights for real. You know what I mean? For sure. Said my boy Josh Sanders said Green need to step on franchise first, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I'm with that, bro. I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm with either fight. I'm with either fight. I am in belief with you though. You lose to somebody and you put on a couple good performances, go and get that, go and get that back. Go and get that shit back in blood, man, for sure. Like I'm with you on that, bro, for sure. And my salute to my brother Adam right there. Carissa's starting to look like a cherry picker. Fight somebody with a name. Hey, my man Adam said it. I ain't say it. My dog Adam said it. I did not say it. I did not say it. I said them girls ain't it up there in the heavyweight division, but my man Adam saying that she looking like a cherry picker up there in that heavyweight division. Hey, salute to my dog Adam with that take right there, man. For sure. You feel me? John Sanders said, if I'm Green franchise, I'm stepping on you, sister, for sure. Facts, 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 facts. My boy D Free said, Carissa at heavyweight, they ain't nobody there. So everybody gonna look like a cherry pick. For sure, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. It ain't nobody in that heavyweight division, like I said. Like it looked good for Carissa to come down or whatever she, settle that weight situation with her and Shadeja, and they get it cracking and get some big money. That'd be a big money fight. Had that shit on Netflix too. Shit, Clarissa, man, Clarissa need that shine on Netflix. I'ma keep it 100. She need that look on Netflix. She deserves that look on Netflix because those women got a great look last night being on Netflix. Millions of people watching them on there last night, man. A lot of people was watching the fights, man. I'm really curious to see the viewership numbers on last night from Netflix from last night. But I think Clarissa deserves that look to be on Netflix with those millions of people watching her, man, fighting against a motherfucker like Shadeja Green. It'll be an amazing fight for real. Amazing fight. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, it ain't nobody up there. You know what I'm saying? I know she fucking with Salida Promotions heavy and everything. I understand. Like, she doing her own show. She main eventing. Then, now she got a promotional company where she's starting to, sign fighters and stuff up under her and everything. You know what I'm saying? Salute to her. Understand that. But it ain't no reason why, her and Jay Paul, they got their little differences, man. Man, put that shit to the side and make some money. Make some fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Have Salida Promotions do a co-promotional event. You know what I'm saying? Where they have some of their women fighters fight some of the women fighters on MVP. You know what I mean? Like, and had Clarissa and Shadeja, they can headline that shit. Like, you know what I mean? That'd be very easy to handle and make right there. The fight is more easy to make than what what them for real, what they're making it for real. The fight is not that difficult to make. I think they bullshit and being too much egotistic into negotiating a fight right now. You know what I mean? So that's just my thought on that shit for sure. And read some more real quick. Yeah, my boy Thrill here said ain't too much to pick from. Like that's what I said, ain't too much to pick from. Like I know she was looking at Savannah Marshall and Shadeja like shit. I'll beat both of them. Shit. Clarissa, if you saying this, if you saying this, saying that I would have beat both of them at the same time, shit, we want to see that shit. And then you saying this on top of that, talking about shut up and come fight me, shit. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Like, let's get it cracking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, ain't shit up there at heavyweight. Let's get it cracking. Said everyone at heavyweight would be a cherry pick from Shields, no competition. See, that's what I'm saying. My boy D Free said Clarissa ain't doing nothing with Jay Paul. So if it gotta be done with Jay Paul, Clarissa ain't doing it. See, man, they gotta set the bullshit aside. I think it ain't too much hate there as much as we probably think it is for real. I think a lot of people just be thinking, a lot of commotion from Carissa being her self-proclaimed the GOAT, which is a lot of people believe she is the GOAT. I believe she the best woman of all time in boxing for sure, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And the conversation with her and Amanda Serrano and all of that shit, and a lot of people claiming Amanda Serrano the GOAT and all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That they gotta set that bullshit to the side, man. Set that bullshit aside. Amanda Serrano don't want that name. She just want to do what she do in her own lane. You feel me? Like, I mean, and Amanda Serrano, she's a great woman in boxing where she don't really go back and forth. You know what I mean? Unless it's beneficial for or detrimental to her. As far as how she feel. You know what I mean? Within her heart. When she ain't really went back and forth with Clarissa over this for real. You know what I mean? I think it's a little bit more with Clarissa on her end, a little bit, where Clarissa, she she feel like she gets slighted in a lot of ways, which she does get slighted in a lot of ways in particular situations, but in particular with Jake Paul and Clarissa, man, make this shit happen, man. Salida Promotions, MVP, they can put on a big card on Netflix and get money, man. Get money. Like they really the only two really main promotional companies that got a lot of women fighters for real in reality. So it makes a lot more sense for both companies to mix something up. You know what I mean? For sure, especially if you got Clarissa Shields involved. You know what I mean? Especially with Shadeja Green. Like that's the fight I feel like they definitely need to be made. For sure. Said, "Quote, biggest fights would be either Baumgartner or Michaela Meyer. No one else I see right now because Shields beats everyone." I mean, yeah, but Alicia, we're gonna talk about Alicia right now. Alicia, she said last night on her post press conference that she wasn't, interested in fighting Clarissa Shields. She already been called that off last night, especially due with the weight difference. Like it's a whole big weight disparity between them two. You know what I mean? And my boy D Free said Clarissa got too much pride. She not gonna back down to nobody. Yeah, like she gotta let go of that pride. Gotta let go of that pride. If she's saying shit like this, come out, shut up and come fight me. Shit, let's get it. We gonna go off of what you saying, Clarissa. Let's get it. She let go of the pride and get to this money. Get to this money. You see the money. You see. I seen Clarissa tweet and say like great atmosphere, great fights, and she was supportive of the women last night on Twitter last night. You know what I mean? She see that atmosphere. Like I feel like Clarissa need to be in that type of setting, man, and get to some millions with Jake Paul instead of doing all of this back and forth, being powerful, man. Too much egotistic shit, for real. Too much egotistic shit. So let's get into. I'm gonna show a clip of Alicia from last night in her fight, man. And of course, Alicia did her thing, got the win last night. Tough fight though. Tough ass fucking fight though, for sure. Let me get through it. Yeah, and I'm gonna run it back one more time too, real quick. Yeah, man, Alicia, man, she got the dub last night. It was a well fought fight from her last night, man. Against Miranda last night. I know a lot of people was like, man, it was close. Some people was, thinking it should have been a draw last night with Alicia last night. But I thought Alicia did enough work to get the dub and edge. I thought I had her 6-4 last night on the rounds, just scoring the rounds myself. Um, Alicia was getting great instructions from Derrick James in the corner last night, but she wasn't applying the instructions. Like she was so in love with that right hand last night, man, trying to, put on a show and get the knockout last night instead of just staying focused and fighting your fight, sticking with your jab, going to the body and setting up different combinations and shit from there, setting up the right hand. She was just in love with that right hand last night. And that girl Miranda, yeah, Josh Sanders, that girl Miranda, she was a motherfucking dog last night, man, for real. Like that girl was a dog last night. Like she was in that bitch banging with Alicia last night, man, for sure. And Alicia, man, she definitely gotta listen to your corner. Derrick James ain't gonna steer you the wrong way. He ain't gonna steer you the wrong way. Listen to your corner, man, for sure. Like Derrick James was telling you the right instructions, telling you to stick with your jab and everything. Yeah, she was sticking, doing a lot of stabs to the body and stuff, but at the same time, she wasn't sticking with her jab consistently how she should have last night for sure, man. And I felt like, Alicia last night, she could have, won this fight a little bit more clear if she would have listened to, Derrick James a little bit more last night. And she mentioned in her post press conference last night that, nothing was on Derrick James. It was all on me as far as, the fight in particular. Like, I should have fought my fight, but it wasn't my best performance. But I'll be better, and she definitely looking to be back in the ring soon for sure. You know what I mean? So it was tough, man. It was tough, man, for sure. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I had salute to my brother D1, man. My brother, I was tapped in with my brother live last night, man, watching the fights last night, along with OG over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody make sure y'all subscribe to Angry White Man Boxing Podcast. That's family over there, man, for sure. You feel me? Yeah, man. I had Alicia 6'4", 6'4". Had a couple of rounds, man, edging this fight out, man. And Alicia, she definitely got to go back to the drawing board, get back in there, get back working with DJ and get her a nice fight, man. I seen Caroline Dubois calling her out on Twitter, man. I didn't get to pull that screenshot up, man. I thought I had that screenshot, man. But Caroline Dubois, she calling her out, man. And I know Alicia, she spoke about in her post presser and talked about moving up to 135. And that'll be a good ass fucking fight, man. I'd definitely love to see that fight, man. And let's get to the main event fight, man, so we can get to these other topics we got, man, because we got some hot topics. We got to talk about Brian Norman Jr. and motherfucking Devin Haney from yesterday, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And that's my dog Link right there for sure. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all definitely subscribe to my brother's Angry White Man Boxing Podcast, my family over there, you heard? You feel me? And let's get to the main event, man. Um, I gotta say this, and I made a tweet last night. I mean, this morning, and made a Facebook post earlier, man, saying that this fight let me down, man. The main event let me down last night, man, with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, man. That was not the trilogy I expected to see last night, man. I gotta say that for sure, man. I was not expecting to see them last night be lackluster, man. Gotta say that. And let me say this right here. Let me go and show the highlights from the fights from last night, man. Let me get it right here. Here you go. Right here. Right. Yeah, man. Katie Taylor, she won again last night, man. And I don't even I'm not even mad at the decision for real, 100% for real, honestly, bro, for real. Like uh it was crazy. It was crazy, man. Yeah, bro. Like shit, Josh Shannon said Caroline DeBar is nasty and she'll switch her to facts. Facts. I want to see that fight with her and Alicia. I think that'll bring a real live dog at Alicia with that fight for sure. And daggone, um, let me show this right here. So, show the punch stats from last night. Yeah, these punch stats was crazy last night. So you got Katie Taylor right there, jabs thrown, 94 from Katie Taylor, 217 from Amanda Serrano. Jabs landed, 13 from Katie Taylor, 21 from Amanda Serrano. Power thrown, 137 from Taylor, 165 from Serrano. Power landed, 57 from Taylor, 49 from Serrano. And then look at the total punches landed. Both of them landed 70 punches total last night, man. Fucking punches thrown. Amanda Serrano threw a 382 to Katie Taylor's 231. So they gave Katie Taylor the decision based off of her being more accurate with her punches. You know what I mean? Not throwing so much and being more accurate than Amanda Serrano compared to Amanda Serrano was throwing a lot of punches in the air, man. Lot of punches in the air, man. It was just crazy, dog. Like it definitely had me a little bit zoned out, man, watching that shit last night, bro. Like the fight was definitely not what I thought the trilogy was gonna be last night from these two ladies, man. And they definitely better not even think about fighting each other for a fight. Don't even think about fighting for a fight because that shit last night, it damn sure it was close, but it wasn't close to where we need to see it for a fight. You know what I'm saying? And salute to both of these ladies, man. Definitely doing their thing. Fight was lackluster last night. I wasn't jacking it last night. I gotta be 100% honest, man. And you know, definitely won't be able to see these girls in a full fight. I definitely don't want to see it for sure. You feel me? And I think I definitely want to salute these ladies for definitely doing their damn thing and putting on for the ladies. And Katie Taylor, man, Chantel Cameron, I'd love to see that fight. You know what I'm saying with Katie Taylor. That's a big fight I would love to see from Katie Taylor next. Amanda Serrano, I don't know what's next for her. Maybe she want to Caroline, Dubois. That'd be a good little scrap too as well. You know what I mean? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I mean, what's next for Amanda Serrano? But salute to both these ladies. Salute to all the ladies on the card last night. They all put on last night on Netflix for sure. Salute to Jake Paul on putting on an amazing event last night, man. And let's get into the bullshit, man. So let's get into some of the bullshit. So yesterday, of course, we got Devin Haney in there, man. Let's get into it. Devin Haney and they in there Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr., they link up, they see each other because they had a press conference yesterday, but they linked up Friday, and let's go ahead and get into some of the fuckery, man. Y'all know I gotta get into the fuckery. Y'all know it, man. Let's get into it. So this
Listen, I told y'all was gonna get a shot. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell you the time who getting shot?
And you got Brian Norman right there, man, and Devin Haney. They going back and forth on their first encounter, man. And let's get to the bullshit right here, man. On this next clip right here, the clip that went viral, man. Of these guys getting it popping almost right here, man.
No, he did not come to. That's what you say. He did not come to. You don't want to do that.
Hey, man, I gotta show that clip again, bro, because even though that security guard, he got up on Brian Norman Jr., you know what I mean? He didn't try to yoke him up and everything, you feel me? Brian Norman Jr. held his own. He held his own and slung bro down to the ground and shit with him, you know what I mean? Like, so I definitely got to salute Brian Norman Jr. on that shit. And salute Brian Norman Sr. sticking in there, man, getting in there defending his son. You seen Bill Haney just sitting there. He just let the security guard in the middle and shit. And it wasn't no crazy commotion for real, in my opinion, with the situation for real. For the security guard that go up and jump up and yoke my man, I understand he doing his job, you know what I'm saying, protecting Devin Haney and shit, you feel me? But it wasn't nothing crazy. And this between two boxers, man. They two athletes, bro. You don't want to have no situation. You get into it with an athlete and then he start trying to put paws on you, then he get in trouble and all of this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Too much bullshit, you feel me? Too much fuckery, bro. Too much fuckery. Salute to my dog, Kevin House, man. Salute, bro. For sure, man. Salute to my dog, man. I gotta rent you up too, bro. I got you. I got you right now. Yeah, but let me run that shit back, man.
No, he did not come to us. That's what you say. He did not come to us. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, man. I'm up here looking like, bro, they acting crazy, dog. Hey, this the thing, bro. Hey, salute to you, Kevin House, man. Salute, bro. For salute, my dog. For salute. Yeah, man, see, this is my thing. The white woman. Who is the white woman? I guess she with Brian Norman, Jr. and Senior, I'm assuming, I guess. But I'm like, who is the white woman? Like, that's what I was looking at. I'm like, who is it? She done went here and got her a couple little licks in and shit. You feel me? Like, and I think the security guard was definitely wilding, bro. Like, he ain't had to get too crazy for real, man. Josh Sanders said Dev had his hands on his Bill Haney ass, pushing him to the action. Devin Haney is scary ass dude. I seen it clearly, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like. And I ain't like this is my thing. I understand the security guard doing his job, man. But at the same damn time though, bro, the same time, like it wasn't that much big for him to go up there and react that way and try to yoke Brian Norman Jr. up. You know what I mean? And Brian Norman Jr., he held his motherfucking own, bro. He held his own in that shit, bro. That's why I say, I'm rocking with Brian Norman Jr., man. I'm rocking with him, man. His pop singer be acting a little different at times, but I'm rocking with Brian Norman Jr. No cat, man. Like he's starting to, you know what I'm saying, drawn on a little bit to me for sure. Salute to my dog Ant McQueen, man. Salute to him, man. Everybody make sure y'all subscribe to Casuals Corner, man. My brother be doing amazing content over there, breaking down the fights, man. He been breaking down all the fights throughout the week, man. Salute to the wizard, man. The boxing wizard. That's what I call my dog. Yeah, I mean, salute to him. D Free, my boy said he wasn't doing his job. That's not what the security was supposed to be doing. The security is supposed to be making this escalating the situation, not escalating the situation. Facts, bro. Yeah, like I understand you trying, but like I said, the commotion in that situation wasn't that significant for him to react the way he reacted. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to just kind of step in between it and let them know, like, y'all ain't gotta, get it up on each other, put your hands on each other and shit. Get between the situation, you know what I mean? You don't gotta go up reacting, yoking the man up and shit, fucking tearing his shirt up and everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, come on, bro, that's nasty work. And I'm glad my man Brian Norman Jr. definitely held his own in that shit, man, for sure. Like, you definitely right on that shit, D Free, for sure, bro. Salute to you, bro, for sure. 100. And it's a clip after this shit I got from the shit right here. Let's see it right here.
Hey, Patricia needs to be promoted. The showbiz needs to be demoted. I'm out of here. Let's go over here. What did I do, dog?
I appreciate the love, though. On the gay.
Let's give him 5 minutes. Let him get out.
They done tore my man Brian Norman's Junior white tee up and everything. And you see Adrian Clark, Brian Norman Jr. manager, he was in there. The dude that had the gray shirt on, that was Adrian Clark right there. You know what I mean? He was even in there. You know what I mean? Like, kind of, de-escalate the situation and everything too. And you hear Bill Haney on that clip talk about showbiz. Cause I guess showbiz was around the scene when all of that shit went down yesterday, the other day. And he was talking about the girls should be, promoted and showbiz should be demoted. I don't know why them Haney's got so much hate for showbiz, man. That shit be wild. That's crazy work, for real. Real nasty work. Nasty work. Yeah, showbiz. I see showbiz he said, what did I do, dog? I look like that. That motherfucker crazy, bro. They crazy, dog. And let me play this clip right here. Brian Norman Jr. talking about the situation
I
right
just
here.
want to say I just work here. I was just caught in the midst of it. I was a casualty in the midst. I was just vibing and chilling. You know how life go. But bodyguard came up acting all funny or whatever. So he ripped my little white tee. You never rip a black man white tee. I don't know if you know about that.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I had to flip big dude after that. But you know we had to make magic happen.
Yeah, I guess what were your thoughts when that's going on, especially after it? When I mean, the video shows sort of a bit of escalation, especially from Haney's bodyguard there.
Yeah, we be vibing, man. We just be chilling. We just good people come in and shake hands and show teeth. You know how the gang go. I don't know why they came with all this hostility, my brother.
Why do you think they come with? Why do you think they come? If you got a reason,
they might be a little nervous. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they trying to put all their energy on us now. It's still gonna be the same thing. You still going to sleep.
Does it add a bit of fuel to the fire for yourself?
It was already gonna be what it was. So this just set it in stone. But it was already gonna be a knockout.
So there you got Brian Norman right there saying like, man, said they was just parlaying, man. They just chilling and shit, man. And then all the little commotion and shit. They ain't even about all of that shit. They just trying to handle business, man. He said all of that shit don't matter. It's still gonna be a knockout come November 22nd, man. And I love the energy from Brian Norman Jr., man. That boy looked like he was unbothered by the whole situation with the security guard, bro. For real, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's slanging him on the ground and shit. He got his shit off, you know what I mean? After he got yoked up with motherfucking security guard definitely did yoke his ass up though, bro. That shit was nasty work, man. And here go a clip of Brian Norman Sr. right here. Him talking about the situation right here.
Sitting here contemplating, wondering if my last name was Haney, what would I do? Y'all gotta remember, y'all remember this? Y'all know I just had surgery, right? Y'all remember this? So I got one arm. So with the situation that went down today, what would I do if I was Haney? I would sue. But I'm a Norman. I ain't got time for it. We're gonna step on him, like we said. We're gonna step over him, like we said. And we're gonna get the bag and we're gonna move on. That's what we're gonna do. That fake I can't cut so much security guard they got. He gonna get his. We ain't worried about that. Y'all see that? Let's not forget that. I can't get active. But I bet that big old security guard got put on the ground by my little one.
Yeah. Hey, definitely John Sanders, bro, man. Motherfucker, definitely. The both of them boys, Georgia bone to the bone for real. Like, Georgia for sure. I gotta play that shit back. I want y'all to hear what he said. If y'all ain't really pay attention to what he said in that shit in particular again. I'm gonna play that shit back one more time.
Sitting here contemplating, wondering if my last name was Haney, what would I do? Y'all gotta remember, y'all remember this? Y'all know I just had surgery, right? Y'all remember this? So I got one arm. So with the situation that went down today, what would I do if I was Haney? I would sue. But I'm a Norman. I ain't got time for it. We're gonna step on him, like we said. We're gonna step over him, like we said. And we're gonna get the bag and we're gonna move on. That's what we're gonna do. That fake I can't cut so much security guard they got. He gonna get his. We ain't worried about that. Y'all see that? Let's not forget that. I can't get active. But I bet that big old security guard got put on the ground by my little one.
It's one particular thing that caught my eye and what they said, and what my man Brian Norman Sr. said. And Kevin House got it right. He said, what would Haney do if he was in a situation? He said he would sue. Real interesting right there. But with Brian Norman Sr. saying that. And he was saying that the security guard, he gonna get his. Ain't no worrying about that, man. And he said, you see how the son handled business with him and everything, you feel me? You know what I mean? And crazy part, bro. Hey, hey, John's stupid as hell. He said like Adam, he said like Iverson did Tyronn Lue. He said we still gonna step on him, we still gonna knock him out and everything. He said everything still remains, just like Brian Norman Jr. said in his post interview after the little altercation. He said everything still remains. November 22nd, we still knocking Devin Haney out. That's what the Normans mindset is going into this fight. Is we gonna break them down, beat them the fuck up, and knock them the fuck out. That's what the Normans is on right now, man. That's the mindset, man. And you can't knock it at all, man. You gotta admire, man. Hey, this, I think it's so crazy how they already talk about stepping on them, talking about stepping over them like Tyronn Lue with Iverson and shit, bro. If he really knocked Devin Haney out like that and step over him, because this is the thing. This is one thing I thought about this, because I remember when Norman knocked out Santillion, he said, like, you remember when he get the pose and shit after he knocked out Santillion? Like, you know what I mean? He said it wasn't planned, you know what I mean? And then even when he knocked out Sasaki, like how he showed respect, he done bowed out to all the Japanese folks and everything, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Like, Brian Norman Jr., he ain't slick. He be having shit thought out after he knock a motherfucker out, man. And him already prophesizing this shit, talk about knocking out Devin Haney and stepping over him like Iverson did Tyronn Lue. This is real live interesting. I gotta say that, bro. This is real interesting because if he do that shit, if he happen to get the opportunity and do that shit, we gonna come back to this fucking live and be thinking about this shit. We like, damn, this motherfucker real live is prophesizing, stepping over Devin Haney after the knockout like I was in there Tyronn Lue, bro. And that shit gonna be some of the funniest shit ever, dog. I'm telling you, on the Lord, bro. On the Lord, I promise you. I promise you. You know what I mean? John Sanders said, them Normans remind me so much of my relatives in Georgia. Laughing my ass off. You never mess up the white tees or the white ones. Facts, bro. Man, you already, man, they had the song white tees, all of that shit, bro. Like, they really branded the white tees out that bitch. Them in New Orleans and shit back in them 2000s, you feel me? Like, you know what I mean? They ain't playing about them white tees, man. You see, he got a fresh one right after the incident. You know what I mean? Back with another one. You feel me? Like, for sure. You feel me? Yeah, man. So let's get to, of course, they had the press conference yesterday, man. And for, you know, David Benavidez versus Anthony Yardy, Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr., and Abdullah Mason versus Sam Nose. Bam Rodriguez, he wasn't able to be there, of course, because he has a fight next week. He fighting Kafu next week, July 19th, next Saturday in Texas. So, of course, he was getting ready for his fight and everything. And I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna play some clips from the press conference from yesterday, and we're gonna start off with a little clip from Sam Noakes on Abdullah Mason right here.
I think he's a real nice fella, to be honest with you, boys. Obviously, I've seen him and his old man yesterday, but that's how it should be. Like, I've got no problem with Abdullah Mason. We're just two boys trying to do the same thing.
There you got Sam Noakes right there, man. Sam Noakes showing a lot of respect to Abdullah Mason yesterday in the press conference yesterday. Wasn't too much back and forth from them, honestly. You know what I mean? Of course, Abdullah, man, he just laid back and chill, man. Just, a silent killer, man, ready to kill, you know what I'm saying, when he get in that ring. And both guys is very respectful to each other, you know what I mean? So not too much back and forth from them in particular. But salute to my brother Abdullah, man, up there in Cleveland, Ohio. Shit, you already know. Ohio runs boxing. You already know the vibes. I mean, they fighting for that WBO vacant title at the 135-pound division since Keyshawn Davis ended up getting stripped after missing weight on his fight with Edwin De Los Santos. And so the big opportunity for Abdullah Mason right here and Sam Noakes right here, man, to become champion right here, man, in this first fight at 135. You know what I mean? And Abdullah Mason, definitely one of them guys, that we think in the sport that, definitely grooming to be one of those superstars in the sport and, putting on amazing performances. And this is a step up fight for him right here. Big opportunity for him, to bring a title home to Cleveland, Ohio, man. I think he'll be the first champion from Cleveland, Ohio since Sean Porter, I believe. I mean, so definitely big opportunity for Abdullah Mason, man, to bring it home to Ohio. And I think he beats this guy, Sam Noakes, man. Sam Noakes, I don't think he's athletic enough to hit with Abdullah Mason in particular, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Abdullah Mason is strong, powerful, athletic, and got great IQ, great ring generalship out there, man. And he definitely gonna be locked in and focused for this fight. This fight originally they was trying to get this fight on the Canelo Crawford card, but Sam Noakes, their team, they didn't agree to fighting on that card in particular. They wanted to fight in November, and there we have it. They had these guys fighting November 22nd on this card right here, and that would have been a big opportunity for these guys to fight on that Canelo Crawford card, man. I know Abdullah, he would have loved to fight on that card and showcase his talents on that. And I know Turkey wanted them to be on that card, but Sam Noakes, when it came down to the negotiations as far as the mandatory, as far as the vacant title, they said that they wanted to fight in November, and here we have it. We got these guys fighting on November 22nd, man, and this is going to be an amazing fight on this fight, man. I think Abdullah definitely gonna stop him, in my opinion. Just an early prediction. You know what I'm saying? You may think it's a little biased because I'm from Ohio and Abdullah from Ohio and all of that, but I'm just thinking what I think, man. What I seen from Abdullah throughout his whole career, man. These last 3 years as a professional, he gonna get down and dirty in there, and he gonna definitely clip that man Sam Noakes, in my opinion, man. But it's going to be a great fucking fight for sure, though. Great fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Look at the comments real quick. My boy Josh Hedder said Abdullah wins by unanimous decision. Okay. And then it said, you said Sam Noakes got a puncher's chance. Facts. I think Abdullah definitely going to outclass him. Yeah, bro. This card definitely fire. Definitely fire. Fire ass card. I definitely want to see what they have on the prelims. That's what I'm interested in, who they gonna have on that prelims for us this card too as well, bro. For sure, man. And let's play another clip right here from the press conference from yesterday. And
that's really what motivates me most at the end of the day. I want to set an example to everybody in light heavyweight division that even if they come in the best, there's nothing I could do. This is my time. That's why I want to fight the best out of the best, because I don't want to just show the people, I want to show myself. I want to know that I'm the baddest man on the planet, and that's the route I'm taking.
This guy's fought guys like Beterbiev. He's fought guys like Kovalev. Do you believe you're on an even higher level?
Yeah, I believe, me against anybody, I put myself against anybody at the end of the day. I feel like I'm the best in the world, and that's why I'm here, to show it. I want to show that I'm the best in the world against the people that are really good, that have a lot of experience. But like I said, any shot could change the fight. So like I said, he wants to go to war. We're okay with that. Let's go to war.
Yeah, man. And there you got the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, right there. Salute to my brother D Free. He said Abdullah stop him in 7 rounds. Hey, I think so too, bro. I think so, between like 7 and 10. That's what I'm leaning in for Abdullah. 7 and 10 with Sam Noakes right there for sure, man. And I want to play that clip back real quick with David Benavidez right quick, man. The Mexican Monster, man.
That's really what motivates me most at the end of the day. I want to set an example to everybody in light heavyweight division that even if they come in the best, there's nothing I could do. You know, this is my time. You know, that's why I want to fight the best out of the best, because I don't want to just show the people, I want to show myself. I want to know that I'm the baddest man on the planet, and that's the route I'm taking.
This guy's fought guys like Beterbiev. He's fought guys like Kovalev. Do you believe you're on an even higher level?
Yeah, I believe, you know, me against anybody, I put myself against anybody at the end of the day. I feel like I'm the best in the world, and that's why I'm here, to show it. I want to show that I'm the best in the world against the people that are really good, that have a lot of experience. But like I said, any shot could change the fight. So like I said, he wants to go to war. We're okay with that. Let's go to war.
And there you got the Mexican Monster right there, man. He in there saying like, shit, if Anthony Yarde want a war, shit, let's go to war, man. And I'm mad I ain't got that other clip. It's a clip of Anthony Yarde. He was responding to something David Benavidez said Friday, where he was saying like, and David Benavidez was saying the same shit, saying like, shit, if we gonna do whatever it takes to win the fight, if Yarde want to go toe to toe, if he want a war, we can give him a war. And Yarde said, that's definitely what I fucking want. I want a war, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's bring it. Like, you know what I mean? And I think this is the reason why this fight is main event on this card, because they know this fight is going to be action-packed from start to finish. Both of these guys going to be throwing punches with bunches in this fight. It's going to be a fucking banger between this fight. And that's why I said when they first announced this fight, I'm like, I'm not even mad at this fight at all, because I fuck with Anthony Yarde. I like Anthony Yarde, even though I felt like his little series he had with Lyndon Arthur, little shaky in that little series, and I think he should have outclassed Lyndon Arthur a little bit more, in my opinion, than what he did in that series that he had with him. But Anthony Yarde definitely done fought some of the top guys. He done fought Beterbiev and he done fought some guys, man. And this gonna be a good test for David Benavidez in this 175-pound division, man, for sure. And I'm definitely fucking with this fight, man. This is gonna be a banger. My man Josh Sanders said, I think Yarde fight gonna be tough for Benavidez. I predict 12-round stoppage for Benavidez right there. Oh, that's tough right there, bro. That's tough right there. I think Benavidez is going to stop him. I think it's going to be in the late rounds from like 7 to 12. That's my personal early prediction on it. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely jacking this fight, though. This fight definitely fire right here. Fire-ass fight. Shit. Josh Sanders said people gave up on Yarde when Kovalev stopped him with a jab. Yeah, bro. For sure, man. He had a couple of, fights that was shaky that, but he didn't climb his way back up top in that 175-pound division, and now we here. He got David Benavidez fighting for the WBC 175-pound title, and as well that he got the WBO. I think it's WBO. Yeah, no, not the WBA. He got the WBA interim title. He got from David Morrell, the WBA. You know what I mean? Yeah. Salute to my family right here, Ring Wild Boxing Podcast. Everybody, make sure y'all subscribe to my family right here, man. He live every Sunday at 6 p.m., man. Ring Wild Boxing Podcast. Subscribe to him. He said, and Yarde got heart, but I'm worried about his muscle mass working against his gas tank. First few rounds, fireworks. Facts. Yeah, that's one thing, too. We know David Benavidez, he be well conditioned in his recent fights. I know a lot of people talked about him early, early in his career, but he's been well conditioned in his recent fights for sure. And, we know he's going to be, all gas, no brakes for, all 12 rounds. He may take a couple rounds where, he chill a little bit, but at the same time, he definitely going to want to fight throughout the whole time. And Anthony Yarde, we have seen in the fights where he didn't gassed out in some fights, you know what I mean? And that's going to be definitely a real interesting factor for us this fight. Who going to be better, well-conditioned in this fight for sure, man? Interesting take on that for sure from Cuz for sure. Great point for sure. Facts, facts. Who gonna be well conditioned in this fight? That's definitely gonna pay dividends right here, man. Like, and I'm definitely loving this fight for sure. And I'm gonna play another clip from the press conference right here.
Another shot for me to become three division champion. Brian Norman is just another guy, you know. I've been at this level for a long time. Brian Norman, this is his big moment. This is his first time here, and I'm here to show him that it's levels. I'm on a total different level than him, but I'm happy for this opportunity.
Why do you believe that you're on a different level than him? He's obviously the champion at 147. What gives you that confidence?
Because I don't know nobody that he fought. He's never knocked out nobody at the top. And I know he's going to say, oh, well, you're going to be the first one. Yeah, okay, sound good. We've heard this before. But he's never done this at the highest level. I've been at the highest level for 7, 8 years now.
I guess you disagree with that on him being on a different level than you.
I mean, everybody can believe what they want, but actions speak louder than the words. Come November, I'm down to prove that.
I want to run that back one more time right there, man. Devin Haney was popping this shit right here, man, and I want to get y'all opinion on what Devin Haney's saying on this clip right here in the comments right here, particularly what he's saying for real. So let's run this back one more time.
Another shot for me to become three division champion. Brian Norman is just another guy, you know. I've been at this level for a long time. Brian Norman, this is his big moment. This is his first time here, and I'm here to show him that it's levels. I'm on a total different level than him, but I'm happy for this opportunity.
Why do you believe that you're on a different level than him? He's obviously the champion at 147. What gives you that confidence?
Because I don't know nobody that he fought. He's never knocked out nobody at the top. And I know he's going to say, oh, well, you're going to be the first one. Yeah, okay, sound good. We've heard this before. But he's never done this at the highest level. I've been at the highest level for 7, 8 years now.
I guess you disagree with that on him being on a different level than you.
I mean, everybody can believe what they want, but actions speak louder than the words. Come November, I'm down to prove that.
So there you go right there. Devin Haney basically saying shit. Motherfucking, I done been at the top of the level. I done fought, the top guys. Brian Norman, he ain't fought nobody pretty much. No, he ain't never knocked out no top name in the sport yet. You know what I mean? And he don't see Brian Norman beating him at all. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fight his fight. You know what I mean? And I like how Devin Haney saying, pretty much that he gonna fight his fight pretty much. He ain't talking like he gonna go in there and knock Devin Haney out and all of that shit. Not Brian Norman Jr. out and all of that shit. You know what I mean? He's saying I'm just gonna fight my fight. I'm gonna fight my fight in there. He's saying like he basically big dogging Brian Norman Jr. in this shit. He big dogging him. And Brian Norman said shit, that shit don't matter like shit. Like Brian Norman said before, everything stands, you know what I mean? Everything stands. I'm gonna knock you out in this fight, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be my first name on my resume. You know what I mean? And that's how Brian Norman Jr., that's how he look at it for sure. You feel me? And let me read some comments. Salute to Mrs. CamJNetwork, my baby, man. Salute to you, my baby. You already know the vibes. My beautiful baby, you already know. You know what I mean? John Sanders says Norman would be his toughest fight if Dev pull off the victory. Yeah, bro. It definitely. Right now, look at it though, and I like how you said that for real in that perspective too, bro. You look at the resume of Devin Haney and look at the guys he's fought. Like I say, his toughest fights is Cambosis and Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Not Cambosis, my bad. Nah, I'm Lomachenko, my bad. Because Cambosis, I think those fights was easy work. Devin Haney's toughest fights is Lomachenko and Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. Like those are the toughest fights. I don't. I mean, you want to say something like a Gamboa or a Linares, those fights, you can say you want to add those involved, yeah, but whatever. But his toughest fights is Lomachenko and Ryan Garcia, obviously. And if you look at Brian Norman, just look at how he is in particular, like him being a little bit athletic, got power, you know, young. No, this is no. He got a nice reach too as well. Got a nice size to him as well. Got that down south strength. You know them boys from down south be eating good. They got that crazy ass strength. You know what I mean? And he got the left hook. That's dangerous for Devin Haney from what we've seen in the past in a couple of fights. No, it makes up for a great matchup for Devin Haney to where it looks like this is his best competition yet, for real in reality. But at the same time, a lot of people feel like Devin Haney experience is going to win him this fight with him, being, a pure boxer and being disciplined and, providing offense in this fight rather than what he did in the Jose Ramirez fight. A lot of people believe he's gonna, have more offense in this fight than he did with Jose Ramirez, and that's the curious thing I'm waiting to see because I'm not sure about it. I'm really not sure about it for real. I think the PTSD shit with Devin Haney is real. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? And I'm with you for sure, Josh Sanders. If Devin Haney pulled this shit off, you got to give all motherfucking credit to him for sure. You know what I mean? Because this is a tough ass fight. Brian Norman Jr., I think he's definitely, upcoming guy that's definitely, could be a potential star in the sport. You know what I mean? And hold it down at that 147-pound division for real. Like, I got him as the best guy over Rolly. I know some people would debate that for as Rolly being better than Brian Norman Jr., but, I think it's debatable. You know what I'm saying? It's a toss up. You can either have Rolly as the best guy at 147 or Brian Norman Jr. in my opinion. You know what I mean? Either way, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at either talking point, you know what I mean, as far as that in particular. But with Devin Haney, this is first fight at 147. And a lot of people felt like Devin Haney looked big up there at 147. Like, looking, as far as seeing him, yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Facing off with Brian Norman. A lot of people feel like that man look like he bigger than Brian Norman. You know what I mean? Like, which is crazy. So let me read some of the comments down here. Let me scroll down. Damn, look at Cuzzo right here. He said, what Ringwild Boxing Podcast said, what Haney says sounds good for Dev to enforce and actually display how he talking is two different things. Now, I'm not hating. I'm saying Dev must prove those levels and stand on what he's saying. Absolutely. I love what you just said, bro. Definitely, bro. And you know what I'm always about. Hey, you putting that shit in the atmosphere saying that you gonna know that you levels above this dude. And it's the same shit Devin said with Ryan Garcia. He said he was levels above Ryan Garcia, and we seen how that shit happened. That shit didn't turn out to be that fucking way. So I'm along with you on that, Cuzzo. Hey, you putting that shit in the atmosphere saying that you levels above Brian Norman Jr., you got to show us come November 22nd for sure. And Mrs. Cam J says, this is going to be a good fight, though. It's not going to be easy. Absolutely, baby, for sure. For sure. My man John Sanders said, Loma. Salute to my dog, Sports Prediction 101. Everybody make sure y'all go subscribe to my dog, Sports Prediction 101, man. My man do some crazy content on the boxing side over there, man. Y'all watch him over there. Y'all gonna feel him over there, man. He be having some deep thoughts as far as the, the boxing side, man. That's my dog, man. Salute to my boy, man. For sure. John Sanders said, Haney kryptonite is the left hook, and Norman Jr. young and can cut off the ring, and Norman Jr. left hook more dangerous than Ryan Garcia left hook. Facts plus tax, bro. I believe so too, man. Y'all seen with that Sasaki shit, bro. Like, I know Sasaki, that was a fight that I expected Brian Norman Jr. to win, man, for sure. everybody coming in the building. If you ain't hit the like button, hit that like button, man, for sure, man. And subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. Let me go ahead and stop and say that real quick. And y'all can make sure if y'all want to support the channel with $ CamJNetwork, man. We working over here, man, for sure. But back to it, you know what I mean? Haney Kryptonite, that definitely that left hook. Norman Jr., that left hook with Sasaki was different, bro. Like, I know Sasaki ain't one of the best opponents, and I said that, Norman was going to step on dude, which is he definitely stepped on him. But at the same time, you feel me? I'm going to be real. Like, I think this left hook can pay dividends on Devin Haney, man. Like, Devin Haney is going to have to fight on the inside a little bit to provide offense with Brian Norman Jr. He's not going to be able to just fight on the outside the whole entire fight and try to score. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to give him the fucking decision. They're not. Like, Turkey is really big on that shit, too. That's just why Turkey put this fight on. Like, he asked Brian Norman Jr. and them about this fight first, and before they even asked Devin Haney about the fight. So when Devin Haney and them is talking about they giving Brian Norman the opportunity and all of that shit, I think that's bullshit because no, Brian Norman is the fucking champion. He the champion. Y'all ain't giving him the fucking opportunity. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got offered the fight first. Turkey didn't talk to y'all about the fight first. Y'all try to get ahead of him. We already know the story. Y'all didn't really want this fight for real in particular. Y'all was talking about Shakur, you know what I mean, in reality. You know what I mean? But y'all talked y'all way into this fight, and the fight is here. So ain't no fucking ducking on this fight or none of that shit now. The fight is here and it's on. We don't want to hear no bullshit with no PDs with Brian Norman Jr. or none of that shit. Like, the fight is here and it's on. We don't want to hear none of the fuckery. Like, no, we're not going to deal with it. And I seen some shit on Twitter, by the way. Let me add context to what I'm getting to on this particular topic, too. You know what I mean? And we got some people in the building, man. Salute to my dog, Big Bob Gun, man. Oh, let me get my boy together, man. Hold on. My dog, salute to my dog, Big Bob Gun, man. T-Mac, man, salute to you, brother. You know what I mean? For sure, man. It's lit. It's lit, man. It's lit. So, definitely, man. Let me show some screenshots real quick. Because when I'm talking about this. So this was some shit that I seen on Twitter from the Haneys right here that really was interesting to me the other day, right here. So we know about the situation with, the guy Fernando Rodriguez testing positive and stuff with the guy Yafi right here. I mean, best wishes to Yafi on his situation with that situation for sure. You know what I'm saying? We don't condone no PDs in boxing. Let's go ahead and get that understood right fucking now. We don't condone no PDs, no foul play from these fighters or any athletes, as far as using PDs in any sport, let alone fucking boxing. And here goes by Devin Haney right here on this tweet saying, boxers should be obligated to do 365 testing. It's not fair that we are getting test results back after the fight when the damage is already done. Sending you my best wishes to Yafe right here. So there you got Devin Haney saying this in this tweet right here. And I disagree. It's whatever the boxers fucking want. You got to pay for that fucking testing. A lot of these fighters got to pay a lot of money to test on WADA, and USADA. You know what I mean? And if they don't want to do 365 testing, then that's on their own damn will. But shit, note the manager Marty exposed the fact that Miss Margaret Goodman said it ain't even no truth to no 365 testing. So all of this 365 testing fucking propaganda bullshit that the Haynes is doing is really fucking a facade at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So we go ahead and kill that bullshit narrative right there out the gate. So right here, Bill Haney right here. Sign up to fight Devin Haney. Sign up for drug testing. End of story. We shouldn't give no room for possible paired cycles. Tom doesn't get a head start before chasing Jerry. So you see the Haney's right here, they already pushing this narrative already about PD saying if you sign up to fight Devin Haney, you sign up for testing. That's fine. They don't have to do 365 testing though. That's all I'm saying. I feel like all the fighters, all these fights should be having some sort of testing. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer USADA and WADA, you know what I'm saying? Because WADA is a third party for us, the testing agencies for us, boxing. USADA and WADA is the more official ones. Those the ones that, the testing go right through. WADA send their testing to WADA. You know what I mean? So it's better to just go ahead and go to WADA and USADA and cut out the fucking middleman. And we already know WADA got some weird shit going on over there, just to be truthfully honest. You know what I mean? And we know that. So we're not going to sit here and play with it with Victor Conte and Margaret Goodman over there. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of it. You know what I mean? But I am fine with them saying, yes, you got to sign up for drug testing to fight me. Totally fine. But demanding that a fighter should have to do 365 testing, nah, I'm not jacking that. It's with the fighter's choice. No, these fighters already, they got championship belts. They already got to pay sanctioning fees to the sanctioning bodies just to hold these damn titles. So they already getting percentage taken from that. You know what I mean? Of course, they paying out their team, they coaches, they trainers, or they fucking managers, the promoter, you know what I mean? They already paying a lot of shit out as it is. You know what I mean? Why would they want to pay extra money for 365 testing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that whole narrative right there. That narrative is ass and it's looking goofy as hell for real. So there goes Bill Haney right here. Said Devin Haney is enrolled in VADA right now. Let's see how long it takes Brian Norman to flex the same energy. So you got the Haneys right here. They putting this narrative already in the air that Brian Norman ain't signed up for VADA testing. So Brian Norman, I'm gonna say this, bro. Be careful how you moving in this fight as far as your testing situation. I would say my best advice would sign up with WADA and go that route. Go that route. Don't even go with VADA, bro. Just because Devin enrolled in VADA don't mean you got to enroll in VADA. You know what I mean? As far as the whole situation with, Devin and Ryan when they had their rematch, when they was, signed up for their rematch and shit, like that Ryan, he signed up with WADA and VADA. So a lot of his tests went through WADA first. That's what Ryan did when they were signed up for the rematch before Ryan lost to Rolly in that situation. You feel me? And all of Ryan's tests was good leading up for the fight with Rolly. You know what I mean? And he was good in that fight. Now, I'm just saying that in Brian Norman Jr.'s case, I think he would need to do the same similar thing. You know what I mean? Don't sign up just immediately to VADA. Don't trust them boys, man. You know them boys, they sneaky as hell over there, bruh. I wouldn't trust them motherfuckers, man. That's just me personally, man. You know what I mean? And my boy Josh Henderson said Norman Jr. will force Dad to fight when he don't want to. Facts. He ain't gonna have no fucking choice but to fight, bro. He ain't gonna have no fucking choice but to fight. Facts. And T-Mac said, and honestly, no hate, Dev isn't that good off an inside fighter. Facts plus tax, bro. T-Mac, salute to my dog T-Mac, man. And Josh Sanders said Dev going to be holding Norman Jr. up every time he get close, then sneak and pop shot. But that won't work with Norman Jr. He different. Facts, bro. Facts. And then my dog Sports Prediction said Dev feel like every fighter should be using 24/7, 365 because he choose to use it. And the rumor of 365, it is not even true that Dev testing 365 days a year. That's all cap. Facts, bro. Facts. And manager Marty, the one that exposed it. He exposed it already that Margaret, he got a clip of him and Margaret Goodman talking, and He asked her about 365 testing, and she said that it don't exist with VADA. Like, and look at it, 365 tests. So we really think Devin Haney literally every day got VADA coming to him every day, wherever the fuck he at, whether he in Japan or he in fucking Los Angeles or New York, and they're coming and they're testing Devin Haney every fucking day. Y'all really believe that shit, bro? Like, if y'all really believe that shit, y'all very fucking naive, man. Because that nigga is not testing every fucking day with VADA, bro. Like, that's fucking cat. And it's been proven from manager Marty that that's cat from Margaret Goodman. Margaret Goodman said it don't even exist. So all of a sudden, poof, it exists. It don't appear on the website like that. So I'm just saying, like, if Devin, you choose to do 365 testing, that's on you. You have fun with that shit. But you don't gotta force the fighter that you fighting to do it because they don't have to do it. They don't have to spend their money to do that shit if it is true, if it does fucking exist. Because obviously from what Margaret Goodman out of her own self, the VADA president, the founder, she said that it don't exist. So that's what I'm saying. Devin they gotta stop playing around with this shit. And I'm just saying, Brian Norman Jr., be wise how you moving on drug testing, people you use. Be wise with that shit, brother. That's all I gotta say with that shit, dog. For real, you feel me? I mean, the Sports Prediction 101, my boy said fighters should be able to test with whoever they choose to test with between WADA or USADA. Facts, bro. That's all I'm saying. If a fighter want to use WADA or USADA, let them use it. Let them use it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, let them use it, bro. They don't got to sit there and motherfucking use VADA if they don't want to use VADA. Especially we done seen shaky business over there. You know what I mean? Especially Victor Compton. Victor Compton talking about he ain't got no association with him, but he the one that started the VADA, along with Margaret Goodman. I'm just saying in general, man, like, they should be able to use whatever fucking testing motherfuckers they want to use. If they want to use WADA, USADA ahead of fucking VADA, and Devin Haney want to use VADA, let them do their motherfucking thing. They ain't got to use VADA just because the Devin Haney punk ass want to use VADA. Like, you know what I mean? And Simo One said no stupid, but they can any day. Okay. And let's get to another clip from yesterday that I done seen from yesterday, dog, from after the press conference right here. And I'm going to play this right here. Let me find it right here. Where is that?
That took place yesterday. That first, what just took place? Like, it looked like everything was cordial. It broke up. I talked to you when y'all first met up, and then all of a sudden that happened. What took place?
I don't know. I'm excited for November 22nd. Excited to become champion again. Take over another division. I can't wait.
Y'all got into and Tank had to hem Brian up a little bit.
Yeah.
What happened there? What was the conversation between you and Brian that escalated the situation?
Yeah, I don't really remember the conversation. But he just got too close, and that's when I pushed him, and that's when everything just.
So is the bad blood real, or you feel like it's just fight game?
Man, when I get in the boxing ring, it don't matter no matter whatever he do, no matter how he feel, what we do, I'm gonna do the same thing regardless. And I'm sure he gonna do the same thing regardless. Whatever his game plan is, he gonna try to execute that. I'm gonna execute mine. So it don't matter between no bad blood or nothing.
Yeah.
So there you got Dev right there talking about this shit again. And I'm going to run that shit back one more time, man. I want y'all to hear what he said one more time.
That took place yesterday. That first, what just took place? Like, it looked like everything was cordial. It broke up. I talked to you when y'all first met up, and then all of a sudden that happened. What took place?
I don't know. I'm excited for November 22nd. Excited to become champion again. Take over another division. I can't wait.
Y'all got into and Tank had to hem Brian up a little bit.
Yeah.
What happened there? What was the conversation between you and Brian that escalated the situation?
Yeah, I don't really remember the conversation. But he just got too close, and that's when I pushed him, and that's when everything just.
So is the bad blood real, or you feel like it's just fight game?
Man, when I get in the boxing ring, it don't matter no matter whatever he He do, but no matter how he feel, what we do, I'm gonna do the same thing regardless, and I'm sure he gonna do the same thing regardless. Whatever his game plan is, he gonna try to execute that. I'm gonna execute mine, so it don't matter between no bad blood or nothing. Yeah.
So there you got it right there, man. Boy, Devin Haney talking about it ain't no bad blood in the situation and everything and shit. And let's play a clip right here from David Benavidez right here. Speaking right here from after the press conference from yesterday.
I don't think a fight with me and Canelo would ever happen at 168. I want to go back to 160. I'm good at 175. I'm world champion here. So if you'd want to come up to fight at 175, I'm all good with that. But right now, I can't live in this fantasy world where like, oh, maybe I'm going to get this fight, maybe this and that. I've done my job. I've done everything to get this fight. It's one of the biggest fights in boxing. If a person don't want to make it happen, I'm not going to waste my time trying to make a fight happen with a person that doesn't want to fight me. So I'm just trying to fight the people who are really trying to fight.
Yeah.
And there you got David Benavidez. He basically saying with Canelo that I ain't fighting him at one. He said I ain't fighting him at 160 at 168. That he decided to fight me. If he want to fight me, he can move up to 175. And I ain't chasing Canelo right there. You know what I mean? I'm focused on what I'm trying to do at 175. I'm trying to become undisputed at 175. And you know, Canelo, he's not a focus on what I got going on right now. So if Canelo want to fight me, he can beat me at 175. And I absolutely agree with David Benavidez in that take right there for sure. You know what I mean? Handle your business, man, at motherfucking 175. If Canelo want to fight, he'll mention it. You know what I'm saying? Let his ass keep running. Fuck him. You know what I mean? You got business to take care of with Anthony Yardy, and we believe you're going to take care of business on November 22nd, man. And let's go ahead and give a little, I got another little clip right here, man. Real interesting right here from Devin Haney right here. And we already know Mr. CMO1. I see you. You are a Devin Haney fan. I see you right down there in the comments. Let's play a little clip on your boy right here.
After this now, we've seen what happened with Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. Do you think that showed that maybe Ryan Garcia did have a big advantage from the PEDs that he got caught with in the fought?
No, I mean, it 100% shows. It was two different people. Two different people on the build-up, two different people on the fight night. I mean, if a blind man could have seen that like that, it just was not the same Ryan Garcia. He had no pop, he had no fast twitch, he had nothing. Like he looked like just a total different person.
Yeah. I'm gonna run that back one more time too, real quick, man. I'm gonna run that back one more time. Salute to my dog, Define Irony in the comments, man. My dog, man.
After this now, we've seen what happened with Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. Do you think that showed that maybe Ryan Garcia did have a big advantage from the PEDs that he got caught with in the fought?
No, I mean, it 100% shows. It was two different people. Two different people on the build-up, two different people on the fight night. I mean, if a blind man could have seen that like that, it just was not the same Ryan Garcia. He had no pop, he had no fast twitch, he had nothing. Like he looked like just a total different person.
Facts. Okay, so you got Devin Haney. He was at the sparring session, the sparring club that Turkey Al-Rashid had going on yesterday in New York, and he interviewed with Mike Copperton, and he said that you could tell that Ryan was different in the fight with Rolly and stuff. Pretty much like said he didn't have no pop behind the shots or anything. He's still complaining about the Ryan Garcia Austin shit. I mean, and this is my thing. If I was Devin Haney and Mike Copperton asking me that shit, I'm not even answering the question because I don't even care about the situation no more. Let's move on. I'm fighting fucking Brian Norman Jr. Like, but he chooses to still answer the question and still speak about it though. I mean, when he has the choice to not have to answer the fucking question in reality. You know what I mean? That's a question that he should really be like, man, I don't even want to talk about Ryan for real. Because it's always going to come off as you still complaining about the situation and shit because of the fact that we know that the Austrian didn't play an effect in the fucking fight for real. You know what I mean? The man tested good all the way up until fight day when he was trying to lose weight. We already know he had the trainer, the one dude, Scooter, that gave him the damn supplements and shit that had ostrin in it. And we already know that a lot of supplements was tainted with ostrin in the past. We don't even got to break all of that whole situation down. I mean, we know that that situation came where Ryan Garcia's supplements was tainted with ostrin. He didn't purposely take fucking aspirin to beat Devin Haney. On top of that, aspirin don't have no main effects to fucking beat the shit out of a motherfucker in a fight, especially taking it on fight night. You know what I mean? So all of this shit with Devin Haney crying about this whole Ryan Garcia, he need to stop it, man. Stop it. When they ask you about Ryan Garcia and the aspirin shit, bro, just don't answer the question. I'd rather you don't even talk about it. Like, it's pointless to even talk about it for real. You know what I mean? Because it's going to make you look more and more like a sucker. You just sued the man and all of this shit, bro. Like, and we looked at the last fight, you running around the ring and shit looking like you was scared from the Ryan Garcia fight with Jose Ramirez. So I'm just saying, man, like, when you speak about Ryan Garcia, like, your name is going to forever be attached to Ryan Garcia because everybody's going to feel that you need to get that back with him, including myself. Everybody's going to feel you need to get that shit back. And I'm just saying in general, man, your name is forever attached with Ryan Garcia. So I'm just saying you need to not answer so many questions about Ryan Garcia. Try to talk about Ryan Garcia less as possible. There's no reason for you to continue to talk about Ryan Garcia for real. You know what I mean? Because it makes it look bad on your brand. It's a stain on your brand with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia done damaged your whole brand ever since you fought this motherfucker. You done been the laughing stock of boxing over the last fucking year. You know what I mean? Because of this whole Ryan Garcia situation. I'm just saying in general, Devin Haney should not be answering questions about Ryan Garcia when media is asking him about it for real. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. Talk about Brian Norman Jr. That's my take on that situation, 100%, man. 100%. And salute to my dog, Autism Boy, man. Salute to you, brother. What's good with you? You already know I got you. Facts. And then you got Simo One down there saying we all saw Ryan roll raising. Bro, see, y'all Haney fans, y'all realize be intrigued and interested in this shit, bro, just like the Haneys is. I mean, every reaction that they have when they say, when fucking say Oscar De La Hoya say Devin Haney trash, and then Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they respond to him. Y'all take their talking point and y'all use them in conversations and shit. That shit don't work over here on CamJNetwork. Let me enlighten you on that shit. That shit don't work over here. I know all of y'all talking points before y'all about to bring it to the desk over here, man. All of that shit ain't gonna fucking work over here, man. All of that bullshit ass excuses, all of the lies and propaganda from the Haneys, that shit don't work over here on CamJNetwork. Let me remind you on that. It don't. You know what I mean? You use the facts, you don't have no facts. You don't have no facts. We broke down the facts already. And let's continue on, man. So, of course, we got Bill Haney right here on the clip right here, talking right here. And he speak about Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson and speak briefly about Brian Norman Jr. in a fight in this clip right here with Radio Raheem right here. Salute to him from Check Us Out.
In the ring. I got it. 3 division, youngest undisputed. Inshallah, November 22nd. Thank you, Radio.
I got to pivot to something that's serious, though. On my way in, the breaking news came through. Gervonta Davis arrested in Miami. Allegations of domestic abuse. These
Well,
allegations.
it's not breaking news. It's not breaking news. Young black athletes are getting charged at an all-time high. I want to see when is the other race. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more magnifying.
You are not saying is this a race
no,
thing?
No, it's not. But it's not just an only Gervonta Davis thing, and it's not just a Bill Haney thing. It's a thing that's happening in the fabric of family right now. Families need to unite and join, and they need to see the stars are at home and not on television. Stop looking on here. Go home and unite. I hope and I wish Gervonta Davis and his baby moms, I wish them well, and I hope that they can get whatever they need and get Gervonta get back to the superstar that he is.
Shakur Stevenson going to be successful tonight or tomorrow night against William Zepada?
I sure hope he does.
Hope so.
I mean, listen, the other guy has a puncher's chance, so you know what I mean. It's he's in for a fight, but I'm sure that Shakur, he's built for this. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching him since he was a kid. He's built for this, and nothing is distracting him. He's focused.
There are so many options
you
for
won't
Devin.
see nothing big until Shakur and Devin get in the ring together. Other than that, they're going to walk past them, and they're going to continue to build what they're building, and that's what's happening right now.
I mean,
shout out to both teams.
They're both in a fight. Is it possible? Are you having any conversations with His Excellency? I mean, are we...
Oscar De La Hoya is listen. He found out a way to become a loser in life. He was winning at the beginning, and then he started losing at the end. Listen, how many times has he lost? So
Oscar
far?
De La Hoya?
I said he started out winning and then he started losing in the end. You winning
Bill.
more than Oscar is winning right now.
I wish they knew that at the bank. When I go to the bank, they think I'm losing and he's winning.
See, there you go, judging it by the bank.
Yeah.
There you go, judging it by the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one. Have you had any conversations about what is on the table for Devin if he gets past Norman? We lost the opportunity for Garcia. We don't know what's happening with Tank. We don't know
from him and that boy down there in Georgia. He reminds me of George Foreman or Joe Frazier, one of them boys. We taking him serious.
Well, let me tell you now.
Hey man, Bill funny as fuck, man. He a funny character. I hope Bill watching today. I know he been watching me lately too, man. He been in the comments the last couple of weeks, man. He been watching me, man. Well, I'm gonna run that clip back one more time, man. Right there with Bill Haney, right here, man.
In the ring,
I got it.
3 division, youngest undisputed. Inshallah, November 22nd. Thank you, Radio.
I got to pivot to something that's serious, though. On my way in, the breaking news came through. Gervonta Davis arrested in Miami. Allegations of domestic abuse. These allegations.
Well, it's not breaking news. It's not breaking news. Young black athletes are getting charged at an all-time high. I want to see when is the other race. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more magnifying.
You are not saying is this a race
no,
thing?
No, it's not. But it's not just an only Gervonta Davis thing, and it's not just a Bill Haney thing. It's a thing that's happening in the fabric of family right now. Families need to unite and join, and they need to see the stars are at home and not on television. Stop looking on here. Go home and unite. I hope and I wish Gervonta Davis and his baby moms, I wish them well, and I hope that they can get whatever they need and get Gervonta get back to the superstar that he is.
Shakur Stevenson going to be successful tonight or tomorrow night against William Zepada?
I sure hope he does.
Hope so.
I mean, listen, the other guy has a puncher's chance, so you know what I mean. It's he's in for a fight, but I'm sure that Shakur, he's built for this. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching him since he was a kid. He's built for this, and nothing is distracting him. He's focused.
There are so many options
you
for
won't
Devin.
see nothing big until Shakur and Devin get in the ring together. Other than that, they're going to walk past them, and they're going to continue to build what they're building, and that's what's happening right now.
I mean,
shout out to both teams.
They're both in a fight. Is it possible? Are you having any conversations with His Excellency? I mean, are we...
Oscar De La Hoya is listen. He found out a way to become a loser in life. He was winning at the beginning, and then he started losing at the end. Listen, how many times has he lost? So
Oscar
far?
De La Hoya?
I said he started out winning and then he started losing in the end. You winning
Bill.
more than Oscar is winning right now.
I wish they knew that at the bank. When I go to the bank, they think I'm losing and he's winning.
There you go, judging it by the bank.
Yeah.
There you go, judging it by the money.
Bill. Yeah.
Okay.
Last one. Have you had any conversations about what is on the table for Devin if he gets past Norman? We lost the opportunity for Garcia. We don't know what's happening with Tank. We don't know if
from him and that boy down there in Georgia. He remind me of George Foreman or Joe Frazier, one of them boys. We taking him serious.
Well, let me tie now.
So there you got Bill Haney right there, man. Speaking about Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson and Oscar De La Hoya, of course, and throwing in Brian Norman Jr. as well. Now, interesting right here. I would definitely want to speak about this right here. Salute to my dog Savage Bo right there, man, for sure. He said that was the only thing I ever respected coming out of Bill Haney's mouth. And yeah, let's talk about it, man. Yeah, Bill Haney, he was saying basically like it ain't a race issue. He said, it's he tired of seeing that, these young athletes, get into these trouble with these women and stuff, you know what I mean? And he want to see better and he want to see motherfuckers, look out for the situation now. Which is he's kind of speaking pertaining to his situation with his son Bill with Devin Haney and his baby mama, along with Javante Tank Davis with his situation with his baby mama. You know what I mean? And I had a video I dropped yesterday, man. Called "Trouble Arise" for Javante Tank Davis, man, where I was speaking about it. And like I said, man, these guys, man, these fighters, they gotta choose wisely who they laying down with, man. Choose wisely who you laying down with. And, if you're in a situation with a woman, like I've been in a hostile situation, toxic situations with women where like they trying to cause an altercation and cause you to physically harm them and everything. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, bro, when you got those type of women, bro, like as a real one, you just gotta remove yourself from that situation, man. 100%, man. And it's hella other women out here, man. Go get you another one. These dudes making too much fucking money to jeopardize their livelihood over, a woman that don't got their best interest. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on with Tank Davis and Devin Haney right now, man. They both got two women that don't have their best interest for real. That's a part of their lives. You know what I mean? And they need to do what's best to remove themselves from them and be able to co-parent with both of those women. As cordial as possible. You know what I mean? And it's just it's definitely some real shit from Bill Haney. I definitely respect Bill Haney for speaking about this for sure, man. You know what I mean? And let me read some more shit right there. My boy, Autism boy, he said Bill was speaking facts. Facts, yeah, he was speaking facts on that shit right there, man. Because bro, there's a lot of these guys, they all getting fucked up, bro, over, what I'm saying, shit that they can easily for real resolve at times and how I feel. Just remove yourself from these women, man. Like there's a lot of women that just like I said, they don't have your best interests out here, man. They want to get money out of you. You know what I mean? They want to cloud chase off your name and shit and build their brand and shit, like and build their name and shit, bro. Like it just be a lot of foul ass shit out here for these young athletes, man. And I hate to see this shit happen to motherfuckers like Tank Davis and Devin Haney. But at the same time, they, you got a woman that's showing you bad shit and showing you toxic energy, you have to remove yourself. You got to remove yourself, bro. You got to sit there and think, I'm making too much fucking money to sit here and be fucking with, this toxic ass female. Like, I gotta remove myself. I gotta get away from these women, man. For real. Like that's how these guys need to be having a mental, man. For real. Like there's too many fucking other women out here for these guys to be fucking with, other than fucking with these toxic ass women that's trying to blood suck the money dry out of these motherfuckers, man. For real. Travis Bo said, but at the same time, if his son wasn't going through the same thing with his baby mama, his reaction to Tank will be the opposite. Oh, interesting. Very interesting right there. You know what I mean? I do wonder if Devin wasn't going through what he was going through, what would be Bill's reaction though? That is very curious right there. That's deep right there, Savage. Most salute to you on that take right there, bro. That's real interesting right there. I wonder too, bro. For real. He's- he said, "Motherfucker, entertaining though. Facts, facts." He said. Then Josh Sanders said, "Say what they want about Oscar when it comes to boxing in the ring. He up with the greats. None of these fighters compared to a portion of Oscar back then. Big facts." Yeah, man. So yeah, of course, Bill Haney's still throwing a lot of slander at Oscar De La Hoya, of course, man, because Oscar De La Hoya, he was the guy on record saying that I never had Devin Haney on an event of mine. You know what I mean? And that's what Oscar De La Hoya said. You know what I mean? That, Oscar De La Hoya said that Devin Haney can't sell. He can't sell. He's not a draw, which is it's facts. Devin Haney's not a draw. Like, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna sit here and lie about it. Like, Devin Haney is definitely not a fucking draw. You know what I mean? And we just gonna be real. Like, he don't sell. And I know a lot of the Haney fans, they was thinking that Devin was going to be main event on this fight with Brian Norman. The Norman fans, too, let me add them in as well. But when they signed up David Benavidez with Anthony Yardy, of course they're going to make them main event, man, over them. You know what I mean? But they co-main. They in a good slot. They co-main event, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They lucky that right now, Boots, I heard this weekend, Boots team and Virgil Ortiz team, they meeting up this weekend in New York, and they was negotiating for a fight. So that's something to take a look at. I know a lot of people was rumoring with Turkey Al Sheikh from his Ring Magazine interview that he had recent, where he said that he wanted to get Boots and Virgil for November. If they put Boots and Virgil on this November card, Devin Haney them going down a slot, man, because they gonna be co-main in them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel Boots and Virgil could probably be main event over David Benavidez and Anthony Yardy, probably, you know what I mean? But it probably won't happen in my opinion. But Boots and Virgil will be co-main event over Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. for sure. For sure. So, so let me see some right here. All right, so we got Dev right here. What y'all think? Let me read some comments real quick. Yeah, so let me read some of this shit right here. All right, so the dude Simo one. So just responding back to Simo one right here a little bit, talking about the steroid shit. No, bro, steroids matter. Yes, Ryan fucked up, and Ryan didn't get suspended for. He didn't get suspended for cheating, like far as the actual auction. Like, he didn't get suspended for the actual auction. He got suspended for not telling the New York Commission what supplements he was using. That's what he got suspended for. He didn't even get suspended for Austrian. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying y'all Devin Haney fans be jumping out the fucking gym for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? And y'all ain't even sitting in the fucking gym with this nigga. Fuck out of here. All right, so Oscar fought so many great fighters. Facts, yeah. And with Devin Haney, bro, and and they going at Oscar. I feel like they shouldn't even be going to Oscar like that 100%. The way they going at him for real. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they should be leaving that shit alone and just focus on what they like. They be worried about the wrong shit. Anytime somebody say anything negative about the Haney's, they always react. You know what I mean? Like, they always reacting. So like, I feel like they should do less reacting to the naysayers and the people that doubt them, and just handle their business and focus on their fight. You know what I mean? Like, they be worried about the wrong shit. That be their problem. You know what I mean? Trying to, boost they cloud up and all of that shit. They don't need to do all of that shit. Just focus and handle business. Because a lot of people be using a lot of that shit against them. A lot of the shit that they be doing. You know what I mean? Like going against Oscar. Oscar's a Hall of Famer. Oscar done been in wars with other Hall of Famers. Like, you know what I mean? Like all the back and forth for Oscar is really uncalled for real. Like I think they should just not even pay Oscar no mind for real, because Oscar gonna talk his shit because of Ryan Garcia, his fighter. You know what I mean? And Oscar could pop his shit when it comes to boxing. Facts, facts. Yeah. So Granddaddy says, "Well, it's 2 minutes out there, yeah, two facts, bro. Facts. Granddaddy said, fella, too much fish out here in the sea to be sad over women because so many out there. Facts, bro. Facts plus tax, bro. For real, for real." And then Savage Bro said, "I believe the state pressed charges and they had no choice." Oh, let me go ahead and get to this. So go ahead and get to this topic while we here with it. So of course Tank is out, and and to get to the Tank topic right here. Um, Sasbro said, "I believe the state press charges and they had no choice but to press charges on Tank due to the prior incident they had." Yeah, man, it's real interesting, man. I don't know how this situation gonna play out in so many factors. You know what I mean, he had a $10,000 bond, and he got bailed out quick. Obviously, that ain't shit. You know what I mean, and it's a he say or she say situation for as Tank with with this woman. You know what I mean? It's a he say or she say situation. Of course, that first situation came out, where, it proved to where she was the aggressor. She was the one that was more on bullshit. You know what I mean? So that's why a lot of people with this particular story with Tank is feeling, really like shaky about it. Cause we done seen this woman be shaky before. You know what I mean? And of course, I'm gonna say this right now. I ain't supporting any violence towards any woman. You know what I mean? Any woman at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a daughter. Of course, I love my mama. My mama passed away 11 years ago. I love my fiance to death. You know what I'm saying? Mrs. CamJNetwork for sure. I love her. You know what I mean? They my heart. And I wouldn't do no harm to them at all. You feel me? And so I'm not condoning any harm towards any women. And if it is true, well, of course, we going to call it out on Tank, and we going to definitely, hold them accountable for the situation for sure. But everybody got to understand with this particular situation, y'all got to relax and let the facts come all the way out. You know what I mean? You hear one little story about this situation, and then everybody jumping out the gate saying that this man did it. Like I said in my video yesterday, a lot of people pick and choose on what they want to talk about on particular topics, you know what I mean? And this was a hot topic, so of course everybody gonna talk about this shit with Tank. Of course. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a known fucking fact for sure. Like, you know what I mean? And everybody got to reserve judgment and not, let the facts come out on the situation before sitting there and just busting out being like, "Oh, Tank, he done slapped her in the head, bust her leg, da, da, da." Like, that's what the report says. Okay, we going off of the reports what it says. But he has a whole legal situation that got to play out in this situation before everybody's just jumping out and accusing him of doing it, because history shown from this woman, she done had some shaky shit going on for as them, you know what I mean? In their last situation, you know what I'm saying, a while back. You know what I mean? And it is interesting as far as that shit, because this incident happened in June 15th. They just picked it up. And that's the reason why PBC was stalling off on announcing the rematch fight. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew this situation was in play, you know what I mean? Which is, you know, everybody, we was all on PBC, like, man, y'all dropping the ball on announcing the fight and everything. But okay, now we know the reason why, you know what I'm saying? Because of this situation was in play. But from, let's keep it 100, just to show for all the naysayers that say that, all the fight is off and it's canceled now and all of this shit. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and play this clip from Lamont Roach last night.
I heard from a little birdie. I heard Buddy home already. So for all you people that ain't like, you know what I'm saying, keep talking about something, oh, y'all not fighting, this and that, woo-doo. He did him a quick little spa treatment and got the fuck out of there, you hear me? So, hey, I just want to let y'all know that the fight's still on. The fight's still scheduled to be August 16th. We just
So there you got it right there out the horse's mouth, Lamont Roach. Him saying that the fight's still on. And of course he said he heard Tank was out. Of course I did, you watched my video from yesterday. I reported the whole story and shit. And then, of course on my Twitter, I released it, that he was out. Of course, a lot of clips of him, coming out with, the officers, literally bringing them out, escorting them out and everything. And yeah, man, it's real interesting, bro, far as that shit. Like, a lot of people keep painting the narrative that this fight is off, and, Lamont is on record saying that this fight is on. Lamont was live on Twitch Wednesday, and he announced that the fight was on Wednesday. You know what I mean? And now today is fucking Saturday. And this was a clip from last night, and I'm going to go and play it back again so y'all can hear it again.
I heard from a little birdie. I heard Buddy home already. So for all you people that ain't like, you know what I'm saying, keep talking about something, oh, y'all not fighting, this and that, woo-doo. He did him a quick little spa treatment and got the fuck out of there, you hear me? So, hey, I just want to let y'all know that the fight's still on. The fight's still scheduled to be August 16th. We just
So, like I said, y'all heard it from the horse's mouth right there, man. With Lamont saying that the fight's still on. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna run through some of y'all comments right here too. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Roland and Kalaya right there, man. And quick, we gonna Savage, bro. We gonna talk about Shakur, bro. I'm gonna get to it after we finish this topic real quick. All right, so. Again, so I might be wrong, but feel like they're trying to use Brian newfound stardom to boost Dez's current reputation. Yeah, that may be true for sure, bro. Isaiah, he said, you seen what that dirty Rose said about Tank, that he did it on purpose to duck the fight. Yeah, I seen that on Twitter, man. He said on what I tell y'all. And a lot of people got on Lamont Roach ass on that tweet. You know what I'm saying? And then, immediately after that tweet, he made another tweet like a few minutes later and said that, no, in all seriousness, I ain't wishing jail on nobody and everything. You know what I mean? So, like, he got a lot of heat yesterday on Twitter. I seen that. I was watching that shit. Man, I be watching everything on Twitter, bro. Be watching like the whole day, like, you know what I'm saying, tapped in on what the fuck be going on, man. And I be seeing a lot of these fighters, they be talking on Twitter all the time, man. Like all the time, tweeting out. Like Janet Beck going at fucking Carlos Adames the last fucking week and a half, like telling him to sign the contract, bro. Like it should be funny as hell, bro. Like, but yeah, they was on his ass. Salute to my brother Thomas Hill, man, my dog, man. Salute to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, she already lied the last time. Yeah, bro. She lied, and then she dropped the charge because it came out that she was, the shaky motherfucker for real. You feel me? And Isaiah, what you doing said, motherfuckers jump to conclusion and try to bash and take, shaking my head. Facts, bro. Facts. John Sanders said, I just got too many women in my family to be arguing with women. I just get the ladies in my family too taking care of the women, period. Yeah, facts, bro. Like even with my wife, like she know I don't even like arguing with her half of the time. Like I really do. Like she be popping shit at me at times where like I have to defend myself, then have to argue with her and shit. But half the time I don't be want to argue for real. I be trying to lay back and be chilling for real, man. Like I'm laid back and reserved for real. Like I just be want to chill. Well, wifey, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to get the arguing with them, but sometimes we be having to get our space. Like when it get to a real heated argument and shit, we got to get our space from each other. You know what I mean? So we can both cool off and then we can come back and, talk about whatever in a calm manner. You know what I mean? Like some people just got to have that mental how to resolve, heated altercations. You know what I mean? And, obviously, some of these guys, they ain't learning their lesson yet for us, that shit, man, for real. You know what I mean? But I'll be one of the last people to be one to argue with a woman in my family, let alone my wife. You know what I mean? Said Isaiah, what you doing? Said Bill Haney did an interview and he said these black young brothers get the most hate from women because Devin going through the same shit. Yeah, bro, I played that shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it again for you right here. Hold on, here it go for you, bro.
In the ring,
I got it.
Three division, youngest undisputed. Inshallah, November 22nd. Thank you, Radio
I got to pivot to something that's serious, though. On my way in, the breaking news came through. Gervonta Davis arrested in Miami. Allegations of domestic abuse. These allegations.
Well, it's not breaking news. It's not breaking news. Young black athletes are getting charged at an all-time high. I want to see when is the other race. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see more magnifying.
You are not saying is this a race thing?
No, it's not. But it's not just an only Gervonta Davis thing, and it's not just a Bill Haney thing. It's a thing that's happening in the fabric of family right now. Families need to unite and join, and they need to see the stars are at home and not on television. Stop looking on here. Go home and unite. I hope and I wish Gervonta Davis and his baby moms, I wish them well, and I hope that they can get whatever they need and get Gervonta get back to the superstar that he is.
Shakur Stevenson going to be.
Yeah, man. So there you go right there, man. That was some of the realest shit I heard from Bill Haney right there, man, for sure. And, like my boy Savage Bo, he did pose the question, though. Will Bill Haney have that same energy if Devin Haney wasn't in the situation with his baby mama at the same time, man? That's real interesting, and I'm really curious of how that would have played out if that was the case, man. But Bill said some real shit in there for sure. I definitely said that. Like he said some real shit. That was definitely some real words from Bill Haney right there. John Shader said, "Tank about the Allen Iverson roast. I'm calling it down." Hey, man, I think all of this shit for real. And like with Roach saying that the fight is on, shit, bro. Like shit. PBC, if Roach saying it, go ahead and drop that shit, bro. If y'all saying Tank gonna fight, then fuck it, drop that shit, bro. The promo already there for the fight now with this situation. Everybody want to see the fight now. Y'all done built the fight. All the anticipation been there from everybody wondering when the fight was gonna be announced and everything. And then we seeing the back and forth with Tank and Lamont online and everything. You know what I'm saying? The promo is there. Shit, go and drop the announcement. Fuck it, bro. Cause I can tell you right now, no Manny Pacquiao tickets, they're already over a $5 million gate. They don't have the venue sold out for T-Mobile. But Manny Pacquiao, they already got over a $5 million gate. They're closing in on the $6 million gate. They probably do 6 or 7 million. You know what I'm saying, at the end. You know what I mean, probably on the gate, and they're not growing anymore. They're not going to sell that bitch out from what it's looking like. So y'all can go ahead and announce that shit, bro. Like go announce that shit. They got fight week, man. If people want to see the fight, they can go get tickets and all of that shit in Vegas. You know what I mean? Go ahead and announce that shit, in my opinion, for real. Like, the fight, the promo is already there. People want to see this shit. You know what I mean? The undercard is already filled. Y'all already got the undercard done. I know the whole damn undercard already right now. You know what I mean? Like, and Isaiah, what you doing said, I believe that's what makes Tank so vicious. He got real problems and he really take it out on these guys and he fights. Facts, bro. Definitely. And he gonna have to do that in this situation with Lamar Roach in the fight for sure, man. He said, "Nah, Kel, we heard it from the Dirty Roach." Facts. He said, The Tank got his core back with Kenny and Calvin. It's about to get real dark for Rose. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. You see, I know a lot of people earlier they seen the Rise podcast. Salute to the Rise podcast, man. They seen them early this week where Calvin and Kenny was both um on the podcast, and they asked them about the fight, and they said they can't talk about it. Like they ain't talking about no camp or anything. They've been in camp. They've been in camp this whole entire time. Like, you know what I mean? For I seen some guys have rumors like, Tank ain't been training, he ain't been in camp, bro. He's been in camp the whole entire time, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like getting ready for the fight. You know what I mean? That's why he didn't went in dark mode and got off social media and shit too. Like, and maybe this situation too that he got going on probably got him to get off social media as well too at the same time. But you know what I'm saying? That they've been in camp, they've been working, they keeping they camp on hush a little bit due to the fact that they had they had a mole in their camp last camp with Lamont Roach. You know what I'm saying? Lamont Roach, they knew some shit going on with their camp. They knew about Tank going back to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? That little stint that he did where he violated his probation, and they added more probation time on him too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about that fact that Tank got time on the shelf with his situation with that hit and run situation too that he had in Baltimore. So like, you know what I mean? Tank got a lot of shit going on, man. I just pray for him that he can, bro, get level headed, man, and block all of this shit out and just perform the best you can in your next fight, and continue on, an amazing career that he has had. You know what I mean? For sure. You know what I mean? That's all we can say for sure in that. And my boy Z said, I see this fight getting real ugly in the first 3 rounds. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Facts. John Sanders said Adames and Janetback need to fight for real. Yeah, man. I don't know what's up with Carlos Adames, man. Janetback been pressing him the last week and a half about signing a contract to fight, and they was trying to get that fight on the rematch card for Tank and Roach, from what I heard. You know what I mean? And I don't know what's up with Carlos Adames. He posting pictures of himself on Twitter, but he ain't talking shit about this fight. He ain't even responding to Janetback. So, and man, it's looking like Carlos Adames is ducking Janet back in real time and before our eyes right now. Like, and it's nasty work because it's 4 titles right there in the 160 division, and Adames got one of them, and the Janet back got 2 of them. You would think that Adames would want to sign up for that, and that would have been in your home court down there pretty much. You would have been fighting on PBC. You know what I mean? So it made sense for real. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't understand with that shit. That shit nasty work, bro. Josh said, KLJ, he said, my wife be saying I'm boring because I won't argue, especially when I'm zooted. Bro, it be the same way, bro. I be mad fried. Like, I be fried. And wife be trying to argue and shit. I'm trying to be at peace, just chilling and shit. I'm like, man, I'm high as hell. I ain't even trying to argue with you right now, man. For real, dead ass, bro. Wifey talking about she a savage. Yeah, she definitely a savage, man. She definitely a savage. My boy Z said real words from Bill. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. Facts, man. Yeah, bro. Like that was the realest shit I heard from Bill Haney, man, ever, for real, man. Salute to Bill for actually coming up with some real shit. But like I said, man, I wonder how that shit would have turned if Devin Haney wasn't in the situation he in with his BM, you feel me? It would Bill had the same outlook on that shit. Would he go in and be bashing Tank like he did in that first situation? Because he was the one posting Tank mugshot and everything. And like I said, with them Devin Haney paid channels over there, man, them boys, I talked about it on my video. Like I said, these boys, they pick and choose what they want to talk about. A lot of them boys from the LDBC, when this shit came out yesterday, them motherfuckers was talking crazy, dropping live streams and videos and shit. But when Devin and Bill had, they little situation, when Devin had a situation with the BM, you know what I mean, motherfucking, we ain't see no content from them guys. Go on they live streams and they videos, bro. You ain't gonna see no content from them guys talking about Devin Haney and his baby mama situation. But they was running hella content on Tank, bro. Dante's Boxing Nation, Aki TV, motherfucking
What's his damn name? 78 Sports TV. He was live. Shit, he was live the hour this shit dropped yesterday. You know what I mean? Motherfucking Blue Blood Sports TV. You know what I mean? All them motherfuckers dropping content on that shit. You know what I mean? But you ain't see shit from them talking about shit about motherfucking Devin Haney and his baby mama a week and a half ago. You know what I mean? They pick and choose what they want to talk about, bro. And like I said, like we got integrity over here. We gonna talk about everything. You know what I mean? You look on my channel, I didn't even have a story or a video talking about, Devin and his baby mama shit. I talked about it briefly on my live stream, just naming out, as far as, Devin being a simp and shit. But I never accused Devin on what he got going on with, his baby mama because of the fact that, like I said, with Tank's situation, the facts gotta play out, man. Everything gotta play out. You know what I mean? So I reserve judgment until I see, they legal situations play out. You know what I mean? And these Devin Haney page channels out there, they pick and choose what the fuck they want to talk about because they don't have no fucking integrity over there, man. But you going to see over here, we got integrity and morals over here. We going to talk about everything and break shit down, you know what I'm saying, and give our perspective or takes about everything, you know what I mean? Whether it's good, bad, or the ugly. I mean, and that's how us content creators should. We should hold ourselves with some type of fucking integrity in this shit. You know what I mean? Among this shit. You know what I mean? But let facts come out and then we give our opinions. You know what I mean? Instead of just giving out straight judgment out the gate and going crazy with the content, trying to get clicks and views and shit. You know what I mean? Trying to clout chase off of, these people's, fucking situations. You know what I mean? That it be having going on. You know what I mean? For sure. Salute to my sister Quee in the building. Everybody make sure y'all subscribe to my sister Quee, man, for sure, man. One of the best women talking boxing over there in the game, man, for sure, man. Salute to my sister, man, for sure, man. He said, let me go up right here. My boy Isaiah, what you doing? Said, I think Roach knew the game plan because he had a male with Barry in my opinion, a mole with Barry in my opinion. Yeah, yeah, bro. That's why I said that's why like the campers in Florida that they've been having, the camp in Florida, and they've been real secretive about their camp. It's real secretive. You know what I mean? Like you ain't seen Calvin and Kenny in many interviews on the build up for this fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Tank don't want them guys in them interviews giving out any type of information, and these guys that interview them, they always try to interview them, ask them certain questions and shit, and then when they get in these interviews, a lot of fans they tend to twist their words up and shit, and make it seem like this is that, and a lot of shit don't be that. You know what I mean? So like. And that's why they reserved from doing a lot of interviews instead of they was in the first fight. You know what I mean? A lot of real secretive for the camp of Gervonta Davis as far as this fight with Lamont Roach in a rematch for sure. You know what I mean? And right here, let's go ahead and go. He said, Josh Sanders said, Cam, I can't even get over Lord Norman Jr. putting that big ass dude on his pockets. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Facts. He said, Isaiah, what you doing? Said you bring that shit up in those channels, and all of a sudden, that's something they don't want to talk about. Facts, bro. They don't want to talk, bro. These content, they pick and choose what they want to talk about, bro. I'm gonna continue to be advocate and talk about this shit too. Like, motherfuckers pick and choose what they want to talk about, and they want to talk about what get them they clicks and they views. They clearly cloud chasing out here. They clearly trying to build an agenda for certain motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like they're not building an agenda for everybody. If you gonna talk about one motherfucker bullshit that got some legal shit, talk about everybody's shit. You know what I mean? Just don't talk about just one motherfucker just because that's beneficial for yourself and your channel. And that's what a lot of these content creators be on that side, bro. On them Bill Haney, Devin Haney paid channels, man, to the LDBC over there, bro. Like that's the timing they be on. Like, you know what I mean? And it's nasty work, bro. Like, we just the ones that just call that shit out and expose that shit. That's just what we do over here, bro. He said Tank put money in everybody's pocket without trying. he said He said, Josh Shetty said, if I was Haney bodyguard, I would retire and never show my face again. I swear, bro. That's why I said, Haney bodyguard got the justice of that shit for real. You know what I mean? Like he yoked bro up. But then Brian Norman with that strong down south motherfucking strength, man, he got with that boy, man. He got with that boy. So let's go and get to the next topic, man. So we already know what it is. It's fight night, man. Tonight, man. With these guys right here, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it, bro. Get to the core for the night, man. Main topic of the night. So we already know we got these guys right here in play, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts, sis. It should be addressed for all fighters. Facts, sis. Facts plus tax. They pick and choose. If you gonna talk about them, talk about everybody. Shit, motherfuckers wasn't talking about Dimitri Bivol when he had his little situation with his wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like you seen Haney content creators, they talking about Ryan Garcia and Tiafimo with their wife and shit, like using that shit for talking points and shit. Like that shit be nasty work to see all of that shit. I be seeing that shit all the way from these guys, man. All the ways. Like so right here, man, we got the fight tonight, man. Edgar Berlanga versus Hamza Sheeraz. Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepada. Alberto Puello versus Sabril Matias. And David Morrell versus Katia. Susomi versus Hanley. And salute to my boy Cash Crypto, man, on the motherfucking $2 banger you heard. You know what I mean? Salute to you, bro, on the Cash App. And everybody, make sure y'all hit the like button. And if y'all want to support the channel, y'all can support the channel. $ CamJNetwork, man, for sure, man. We working over here, man, for sure. Man, salute to everybody. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, so we got fight night tonight, man. And all the talk is surrounded with Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda, man. That's the main fight that everybody's talking about tonight, man. And this shit is getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy on the build up for this shit. We done seen a lot of shit with this fight talked about leading up with Turkey right here playing Shakur Cock out here talking about no Tom and Jerry July 12th and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then talking about shrinking the ring on Shakur and everything while the fight going on live and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And Shakur that had to respond to this, man. I'm gonna play a video clip of him responding to him where I got it at real quick.
Yeah, I try not to take it so personal.
Right.
At the end of the day, it just lets me know how great I am. You got somebody who's so big, as in Turkey, and you never see him troll any fighters. But for the first time, it comes down to me. It's like you want to sit there and kind of troll me over and over and over. So it just let me know he thinking about me.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think him doing that does for sure point out to say, like, Turki Al-Sheikh, the man that is behind the ring the ring itself, he's focused on you. Maybe he's focused on you so much because he wants to bring whatever he thinks is the best out of you.
Yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, like I said, it just let me know how great I am. I got to be great if somebody of that stature is sitting there trolling me over and over. So,
and it's not just him. The entire world of boxing is looking at you this weekend.
Yes,
I think, right?
Yes. This is my weekend.
Yeah.
This is my coming out party. This is where I go out there and I show and tell.
Yeah.
I show and tell, and I tell everybody that I'm the best.
How does it feel though to do this in your backyard? Your people are here. This has got to feel like a pretty cool moment for you.
Yeah, it's surreal, but it's gonna be more real when we actually get there on Saturday night and get to the stadium. And
Louis Armstrong, that's crazy, right? A tennis stadium, like
it's gonna be a real moment.
Definitely is. So let's do this. Let's have a little visualization, right? Not only have to give out game plan stuff like that, but you're in the main event. Round one, you're looking across, you see William Zepeda. They ring the
There you got Shakur talking about he ain't tripping about Turkey trolling him and everything, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which is I'm fine with him having an attitude towards it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's fight time. You gotta focus and lock in for the fight. So I'm fine with him having an attitude towards the shit, but it is nasty work, man. Leading into him going into free agency after this fight, man, for real, like he better take consideration of all of this shit that Turkey has done, because Turkey has try to make Shakur look bad throughout this whole entire build up, disrespecting him publicly. Ain't no other fighter he doing that shit with, for real, bro. He ain't trolling motherfucking fighters like this, man. Like, this shit is nasty work. Like, for real, like, this is unacceptable right here, man. Like, he shouldn't go for this shit, man. And like, then that's just my personal opinion right there on that shit right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just trolling this man publicly. Like, he ain't doing no other fighters like this. Like, this is well. So let's get back to it. I got some other shit that I wanted to share that I shared earlier this week, but I'm gonna share it again. So we gonna have a little reminder going into the build up week a little bit for some of the shit that's been said from Shakur and Berlanga and everybody, man.
Zepada, I remember everything you just said. Oh, Shakur won't exchange with me. Oh, Shakur don't have the balls like Tevin Farmer. Remember these things, bro. So when we get in that motherfucking mix right there and I'm beating your ass, don't be surprised. Just don't be surprised. That's all I say.
So there you go. You got Shakur Stevenson on record saying, remember everything that motherfucking Williams Zepeda said, talk about he won't stand in the middle of the ring and hit with him and everything, and saying that he gonna deliver tonight. He saying that he gonna put belt the ass. You know what I mean? Like, I want y'all to remember that shit. And look at the picture. I want y'all to see this picture right here. With this picture right here, I'm holding Shakur Stevenson. I'm holding Shakur Stevenson to his word that he gonna put belt the ass tonight, man. I'm holding him to his word, man. Like Savage Bo, my dog. He said, Savage Bo said, I don't believe it until I see it, Shakur. Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. I'm holding him to his words. He said he gonna put belt the ass. I'm holding him to this, bro. I'm holding it to him. Hey, my man John Sanders on the same type of business. He said, I want Shakur to stand on his words. Hey, I'm along with you 100%, bro. 1,000%, matter of fact. I want him to stand on his words. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you said you gonna get in there and stand in the mix and hit with this man. I want to see that. I want to see that from Shakur Stevenson tonight, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't talk about it, be about it. You know what I mean? Don't be sitting there getting shot, because that boy, Williams Zepeda throwing up to 90 punches around. He clips 100 sometimes. You know what I mean? And I think there's room for error for, Shakur to capitalize off of Williams Zepeda being aggressive. I mentioned that throughout this week. You know what I mean? But I want him to stand in there, though. Stand in that mix and bang with this motherfucker tonight, bro. I want you to stand on all of that shit you saying tonight, Shakur, for sure, bro. I want you to stand on it. Savage Bo said that belt look like they don't even hurt. I wish my old girl used that belt when I was younger. hey, hey man, that's what I'm saying. Like, he said he bringing out the belt, bro. So I'm making him stand on it, bro. I'm making him stand on his words tonight, man. That's where I'm at with it, bro. Like, dead ass, bro. My boy Isaiah, what you doing? He said if Shakur don't fight back, Zepeda gonna win on them cars due to activity. Yeah, bro. I've been saying that throughout this week. And even along with my talking point for us, Devin Haney with Brian Norman Jr. If Shakur sits in there and not engaged and have less offense and just try to be all defense, he's not going to win. He's not going to win. I guarantee you, he's not going to win on the cards. If this fight is close on the cards, it's going to be some trouble for Shakur Stevenson tonight. It's going to be some trouble. Like, it's definitely gonna be some trouble. And I said all this week, Shakur needs to be winning this fight tonight. Clear. If he gonna win it by decision, it need to be a shutout. It need to be clear. You know what I'm saying? 10-2, 11-1, 9-3. Don't make it no 8-4. Don't make it no 7-5. Don't make it no 6-6. Don't make it those. Make this fight widespread tonight. You know what I mean? And Shakur's the big favorite in the fight right now tonight. You know what I mean, as well. You know what I mean? So he definitely need to, be cautious, man. Be cautious in there, but at the same time, be aggressive and engage. Provide some offense tonight, man. Don't sit back and just try to be all defense tonight. Nobody don't want to see that shit, and it's gonna be trouble for you from Zepada because Zepada, he he's gonna get the points off of him being the more aggressor because they're gonna feel like he's the more general of the ring. They're gonna feel like he's the guy that has more command of the fight. If he's the aggressor and Shakur is just being all defense and not engaging it at all. He's not going to win on points. Like that amateur style shit ain't going to work in this fight. This is the pros. You're going to have to bang. You're going to have to fight your way out of this shit tonight. And I'm ready to see this shit from Shakur to Stevenson tonight. Scroll down some more. Josh Sanders said he better not let Zepada dog him out. Hey, for real, bro. He better not, man. For real, man. Like, for some reason, bro, it's so crazy thinking about this, though. Like, I've been thinking about this week, throughout this week with this fight, this whole entire week. I was like, man, I think it's something crazy, like something unimaginable is going to happen in this fight. I don't know what it is. And I ain't insinuating that Shakur gonna get knocked out or none of that shit. I ain't insinuating none of that shit. I'm just saying, I don't know. I got some type of feeling in this fight in general. Just like I got the same feeling with the Bud Crawford and Canelo fight. I feel like some unimaginable is gonna happen in this fight with Shakur Stevenson and Williams Zepeda tonight. I don't know what it is, but it's something we gonna see that we ain't imagined to see in this fight tonight. And I'm definitely curious to see that shit tonight for real. Like, but he better not let Zepeda dog him out, man, because a lot of people are gonna be talking shit tomorrow. I ain't gonna talk shit about it. Yeah, I will. My bad. I'm capping. Yeah. He said, Josh said, the thing is, KLJ, no one has ever really tried to counter Zepeda. They just block and brace for the punches. Facts, bro. Facts, man. And the thing is, Shakur, he's a counterpuncher, you know what I mean? But he's going to have to provide some offense. He's going to have to take some risks tonight. You got to take some risks. If you want to win, you got to take some risks tonight, Shakur. You got to take some risks, bro. It's a part of the game. You ain't going you said you about boxing, right? Well, boxing is about taking some risks. And you got to take some risks tonight with Williams Zepeda, man. For sure. And salute to my brother Ray B. He said, I expect the stoppage. Who you got? You got Shakur with the stoppage, Ray B? Oh, that's tough right there, man. If Shakur stops Zepeda, I feel like it's gonna be with a body shot. I think Shakur, he does great when he goes to that body, man. He's very accurate when he attacks that body, man. And I think it'd be, Shakur going to that body, wearing, Williams Zepeda down into that second half of the fight and, end up stopping him with a body shot, you know what I mean, on some crazy shit. You know what I mean? That may be the unimaginable with some shit. Shakur stopping Zepeda on, what I'm saying, with, a body shot and going back up top to the head, you know what I mean, with a head tap, you feel me? Like, that may be, an unimaginable possible, man, with Shakur. I see a lot of people believing Shakur going to get a stoppage tonight. A lot of the Shakur fans, per se, you know what I mean? But we should see, man. We shall see. I think he going to win by decision, in my opinion. I ain't going to lie. Shakur fans keep failing to say, is this a turkey car or somebody who don't want to see no running? Facts. That's the thing. He, like I said, Shakur can't have an amateur approach to this fight where he's just trying to outpoint. He's going to have to provide some offense. Like you can't be sitting there running around 12 rounds from Williams Zepeda when Williams Zepeda's trying to throw, fucking 90 punches per round. Like, that shit's not gonna work. Like, you're gonna lose. You're gonna fucking lose. Like, that's just the facts. Like, then my boy, I tell some boy, he said, is Shakur overrated? Man, okay. I don't think I seen y'all say ask this earlier. I don't think Shakur Stevenson overrated, man. The thing is, like, we ain't seen him with elite guys. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? We seen him with guys that was, in the B plus and C plus range and shit, but we ain't seen them with A plus fighters 100% yet. And I don't believe Zepeda's an A plus fighter. I believe he's in the B plus range as well for his levels. But Zepeda's a good style matchup for Shakur that would test Shakur out where we think he's at. You know what I mean? Like, this is a good style class for him. And no, we here to see this shit tonight. You know what I mean? I don't think he's overrated though, because I think he's special for us his defense. And I've seen, Shakur put on amazing performances at 126 and 130. But at 135, that's what I reside and I like to talk about with Shakur, because I'm a what have you done for me lately type of guy. When it comes to Shakur fighting at 135, he has not put on no breakout performance yet. He hasn't had no Oscar Valdez or Jamal Herring performance at 135 yet. And that's what we've been waiting to see, and we hoping to see that from him tonight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm rooting for Shakur to win tonight. You know what I mean? Especially due to the fact with, all of the bullshit that he dealing with, the disrespect from Turkey Al Sheik and shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, doubting him and shit. No, I ain't doubting Shakur in this fight. I believe he should win this fight for real, just off of his, off his talent. But we gotta see it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for him to win this fight. And plus, I want to see him fight Tank eventually. I want to see him fight Tank. And if you a Tank Davis fan, you should want Shakur to win tonight too, because you want to see that matchup. You know what I'm saying? I still want to see Tank and Shakur. You know what I mean? And me as a Tank fan, I want to see Tank and Shakur get it on, and they both got to win their next fights to get it on. You know what I mean? And this is this is Shakur's last fight on this matchroom deal. So I definitely want to see, Shakur win tonight, man, for sure. But is he overrated? I don't know. If he lose tonight on some shit, a lot of people gonna talk a lot of shit and bring up the conversation if Shakur Stevenson overrated. But if he lose to Williams Zepeda tonight, I'm not gonna say he's overrated though. I don't believe Shakur Stevenson overrated. I think he's, a great fighter now. Is Shakur elite? Now, is it Shakur elite? I don't think Shakur is elite 100% in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, like, he's shown glimpses that he can be elite, but Shakur hasn't shown me that he's elite yet. That's more so the question for us tonight. Like, can Shakur show us that he's really that elite guy? You know what I'm saying? If is beating Williams Zepeda a thing for as Shakur being elite if he beats Williams Zepeda? You know what I mean? Like, are we saying Shakur's elite because he beats Williams Zepeda tonight? Like, I wouldn't want to say that 100%. You know what I mean? Because I don't think Williams Zepeda's elite for me to call him elite. You know what I mean? I need to see him, win clearly tonight. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know what I mean? Let me read some more real quick. You said Josh Sanders said Shakur is good, but his mouth don't match what he shows in the ring. Facts, bro. Like, he done said he was gonna stop De Los Santos. He said he was gonna stop Artem. And we didn't see that in either fights. You know what I mean? And he said he gonna stop Williams Zepeda and said he gonna step on him and put belt the ass. Like I said, make your words match your actions. I've been saying that all week for Shakur. I've been saying that throughout, his whole time he been at 135 since Yoshino. You know what I mean? And make your words match your actions. And we got to see that shit tonight, man, from him. For real. Shit, Isaiah, what you doing? Said Shakur gonna have to let them hands go and punch with him if he has to, so Zepeda can respect him. Facts. He gotta build some type of respect out of, what I'm saying, Zepeda. Is Zepeda sitting there catching his shots and having no respect in his power, man? It's gonna be a real interesting fight for Zepeda, for sure. A real fucking interesting fight for Zepeda, for real. My boy Crucial Content, he said if Zepeda don't got no heat on them punches, Shakur gonna smoke him. Yeah, that's another thing too. Everybody has that whole narrative with motherfucking Zepeda as far as he's a power puncher. Like, I don't think Zepeda is a big power puncher. I think like kind of similar to like David Benavidez in a sense, to where like, you know what I'm saying, you know how that motherfucker, like David Benavidez has power, but he's one of those, punches with bunches guy where that he stopped motherfuckers with punches with bunches, you know what I'm saying, off of a stoppage like that. He ain't stopping people like on some cold shit all the time, you know what I mean? And with Zepada, a lot of his stoppages, if you look at his knockouts, yeah, he had a couple of them with, where he knocking motherfuckers out cold, but he's stopping motherfuckers with a lot of cumulative, of punches. You know what I mean? In my opinion, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And if he don't got the power to fade Shakur, it's gonna be a long night for Zepeda too. In that sense too as well. Good take on that, my brother. Crucial content, man. My dog. Savage Bo says he got the skills and the talent. He just haven't showed it yet. Facts, bro. Like he gotta show it. He gotta have a breakout performance tonight. Like we want to see a breakout performance from him tonight. Like you know what I mean. Like we want to see him shine. Like we want to see you literally go out there and style on fucking Williams Zepeda. Style on him tonight. And my boy Ring Wild Boxing Podcast, he said Turkey was just being sarcastic, controlling Shakur. Yeah, he was, but at the same sense, he ain't do this with anybody else though, bro. That's my thing. We ain't see him troll fucking Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? We ain't see him troll motherfucking Canelo or troll daggone Devin Haney. Even Devin Haney, he ain't trolled Devin Haney a little bit, even though he did play the Tom and Jerry. The Tom and Jerry little tweet is directed to Devin Haney, but like he ain't trolling a lot of these other fighters like this, man. He trolling Shakur for 100% specific reason, man, for sure. Like it ain't too much sarcasm in it. Like it's disrespect in it for sure. And my boy Ray B said, if Shakur hands don't hold up, it's gonna be a long night. Yeah, bro. And that's another thing too. I heard Chris Mannix saying, I think it was the press conference in between, like when they was doing the press conference the other day. Chris Mannix said that Shakur told him behind the scenes and Knockout 86, my brother, man. Salute to my brother, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, man. He played it the other night on this channel. And Shakur told him behind the scenes that he wanted this fight in the fall because he wanted to heal his hands for a couple of more months. And that was real interesting to me right there on that. That was interesting to me right there. I ain't under, I was kind of like, that's different. That's different. That's real interesting. I'm keeping that totally in mind 100%. He said, I thought he loved and trusted what Eddie is doing with his career. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn, even with Turkey Al Sheik, trolling and playing with Shakur out here, Eddie Hearn, he ain't defending Shakur. Eddie Hearn never defends Shakur, bro. He never defends Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Shakur had to apologize after he exposed Turkey and shit. You know what I mean? Like Eddie Hearn he don't give a fuck about Shakur. All Eddie Hearn is concerned is getting that promotional fee off of Shakur name. He got Shakur fighting on 2 undercards for fucking Turkey Al Sheik. Don't even got a main event in it at all. He ain't investing no money in Shakur, not one fucking bit at all in his whole situation, like he doing with and Bam and Boots over there. Like Eddie Hearn thinks the world of Bam and Boots. You see Boot like shit, Bam, he main event in Texas next week. Like he talking about having Boots fight another hometown fight in Philly coming up, possibly. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't doing none of that shit with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, at least he was main event at Top Rank. You know what I mean? At least he had the better fights that he would have wanted to get over there. You know what I mean? At 135. Shit, he went over there to Eddie Hearn. It ain't nobody at 135 for real over there but Eddie Hearn. He over there fighting Golden Boy fighters. And he done went through trouble, almost going to a purse bid, just because he wanted to fight a Golden Boy fighter. All he had to do was to go over there and sign with fucking um Oscar De La Hoya, and he could have easily fought Kid Austin and um Williams Zepeda easily if he would have signed with them Golden Boy Promotions. But he chose to go with Eddie Hearn. Like and that's the iffy part in the mind process for us how Shakur moves right there. Is like, why did you sign with Eddie Hearn? It was no reason for you to sign over there because there's no fights over there. It's nothing over there. Yeah, my boy Crucial Contest said, nah, he ain't overrated, but he nice, but he be talking crazy, laughing my ass off. He Thanks, man. Thanks. Said Autism Boy said, yeah, Cam, good point, bro. He said, Mike, my boy Mike M, what's good, my dog, man? What's good with you? Salute, bro. Salute. Savage Bo said Turkey do troll, but on this Shakur situation, he's not trolling. He only keeping it real. Yeah, Turkey wants Shakur. He putting all of this pressure on Shakur in this fight tonight. For as him performing and him engaging in the fight and not running from Williams Zepeda. Like all of the pressure is on Shakur Stevenson tonight. And I said that on my Twitter and on my Facebook page earlier this morning. I was like, bro, all the pressure's on Shakur Stevenson tonight, right now. And I want to play this clip real quick, man. Hold on. So this was right here. Tim Bradley right here.
Behind closed doors, when it comes to Turkey Al-Sheikh. But hey, Turkey Al-Sheikh, man, I don't know, man. He got a way, with this money, man, to, bring lips to ass. That's what I mean, lips to ass. I'm telling you, man, I don't hear no, look, it'll be a public outcry if Bob, if any of these guys, now I don't know, I'm just speaking out loud, these are my thoughts. If Bob Merriam or De La Hoya or somebody, say this publicly and say, hey, we gonna shrink the ring for your ass. Man, you know how many fighters will be tripping? They'll be tripping. But look, they getting paid so much gravy, they don't give a damn. Like I told you, money has a way of bringing lips to ass. Absolutely, man. For real. Yeah. Money has the ability to turn a gay man straight for an entire weekend if it need be. Man, I'm telling you, money make you do funny things. It really don't matter. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is that it's going to be a smaller ring. And what that's going to entail is you got a pressure fighter versus a boxer that likes space. It's going to take a little bit of space away. But it doesn't mean that Zepeda is going to know how to cut off the damn ring. Doesn't mean that. That's just it. Yeah, a little less space to move. However, Shakur should be able to figure it out with his boxing skills. Man, look, I'm looking forward to more engagement. This could push Shakur over the top in a good way, in a great way, because he's going to have to stand and fight a little bit more. He's going to have to. He's going to tie up a little bit more. He's going to have to stand and fight a little bit more, and that's okay. That's what we want to see. Yeah, sometimes you got to put somebody in the corner, man. Put the cat in the corner, watch him fight his way out. I think Shakur's going to fight his way out. I really do. He's going to fight his way out. He's going to show us something that we've been waiting to see since the Herring fight. Man, he beat the brakes off of Herring, man. No disrespect to Herring, but God, man, that was one of his best performances. I think we might see something like that for Shakur in this fight, man. But damn it, if his hands is healthy, it's going to be a massacre. A massacre. Landslide victory. Nasty victory. And I'm hearing some of them saying stoppage. Damn, it might be a damn stoppage. For real. Because what you need to understand is Zepeda fights one way. Comes forward. That's it. Fights one way. I tell you what I do like about him, though.
That's Tim Bradley right there, man. Said that man Zepeda fight one way, man. He fight one way, and all he do is come forward right here, man. And I'm gonna play another clip from Tim about this shit.
Big topic for this week. See Turkey Al-Sheikh talking about shrinking the ring. Oh, wow. Ooh, man, I got a lot of feelings about that. Man, on both sides. But, with that being said, shoot, I think Shakur might be in trouble this weekend, man. He might get himself into trouble this weekend. Yeah. For attempted manslaughter, that's why. Got you. Yeah, got your behind. Attempted manslaughter. Man, Shakur about to pepper this boy up, boy. I'm telling you. He about to pepper his behind up. He gonna put the hot sauce on Zepada behind. I hope Shakur likes hot sauce, because he gonna put it on him. He gonna put it on him as long as them damn hands hold up. That's what happened. His hands gotta hold up. Man, Shakur got some of the most brittle hands I've ever witnessed. Man, he got hands like a 3-year-old daughter, man. I swear, man, I'm telling you, I'm not being funny. I'm just telling y'all the facts. I have shaken this man's hand multiple times, and it's no knock on him. It's just what God gave him, man. It's what God gave him.
And that's Tim Bradley right there, man, going crazy, talking about Shakur and talking about it's gonna be a massacre, man. Yeah, D1, man, you already know we still, you know what I mean, that is, you feel me, breaking down. So tonight, man, with the fights, man, let's go ahead and get to it with the back to the card. And you got daggone the fights tonight, 6 p.m. on the zone tonight, pay-per-view. $60 pay-per-view. And I meant to share this too, man, as far as this shit. I think this is it right here. So this was a few days ago though, right here. And they was talking about the tickets was listed, talking about 3,088 tickets. This was from a couple of days ago, probably about Wednesday, and saying that the listed value right now, as far as the gate, is up to $427. So I'm pretty hopefully, I'm assuming that it's a little bit more than that now. So they're closing in on a $500,000 gate far as this event in particular. You know what I mean? And just to give a little bit more context to Pacquiao's situation, what I was mentioning earlier in the show, they're right now they're closing in on 6 million on their gate. You know what I mean? And that's why I said, like, I don't know if the Pacquiao numbers is gonna do any more crazy for real numbers for real than what it is. You feel me? So, like, I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said, like, the ticket numbers for Pacquiao and Barrios ain't gonna do any more better than what it is. So that's why I said I don't know why they just go ahead and announce that shit now. All of this shit is built up for Tank and Roach already, man. Go ahead and make the announcement, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Y'all already got the whole undercard already locked in and shit. Go ahead and make the motherfucking announcement, man, for sure. You know what I mean? But yeah, this shit crazy today right here. They ain't even close to doing $1 million gate. And you already know from earlier this week, they was giving out, copping out tickets, giving out, free tickets at, the boxing gyms and having buy one, get one free tickets and everything, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, bro, like, it's real nasty work right now. Like, you know what I mean? And, like, I know they had, Shakur Stevenson as the co-main event where they was claiming that it was um, a double main event, but this ain't no double main event situation. The way they moving right now, like, it's definitely not no double main event shit. You know what I mean? And let me play something else. What that boy said.
Little guy, so I'm chilling at 135, but I would love to fight Tio. I think Tio talk a lot of and he think he's that good, so I would love to get in the ring with Tio.
And that's, of course, Stevenson right there talking about wanting to fight T.O. possibly. And I don't know about all of that in particular for real. You know what I mean? In my per se. But this man, Shakur Stevenson, been getting trolled a lot by fucking the man your boy Auntie Schofield a lot recently, man. Shakur he came up with this yesterday saying that what A-level champion have Shakur Stevenson faced. And then he's he puts on this whole box rack, and then he does this. He started naming out, posting up his his box rack for us, the guys he fought, saying these guys ain't A-level fighters at all. Yeah, I mean, that boy crazy, man. That boy crazy. He been going in on Shakur heavy lately, man. They, Kid Austin and them, they're looking forward to possibly facing the winner of, tonight's fight. And I'm gonna play this video clip of Shakur speaking about the Schofields right here.
Come in and try to win these fights. So you got to give him that respect, and I don't think Tevin gave him that respect.
I have to say, a lot has been said about Floyd and his dad. I was lucky enough to be in the ring interviewing him afterwards. He was very emotional. He seems like a great kid. That was my first time meeting him. I felt bad for him. It seemed like he had been through a lot. He said he even considered quitting boxing because of all the hate that he received after the fight week incident with you. And I don't know if you saw any of that, but did you feel bad for him at all?
Like I said, when them people lie as much as they do, if you're a liar, you could be acting too. So
okay,
I'm not buying
So you
into
weren't
the
crying for
acting
him?
skills. Nah, I didn't. Good job for the performance. You put on a hell of a performance, but at the end of the day, I'm not buying that shit.
They did mention you. They mentioned, I believe who else did they mention? They mentioned a couple of people, but your name did come up. Are you interested in running this one back?
I told people I would still fight him. I even told him when I seen his dad in the elevator when we was in Saudi, and I knew that they was about to pull out. I knew it. I had a feeling.
This is before?
I knew that they was going to pull out. I
Wow.
swear to God. I seen him in the elevator, and I told him, well, one day I'm going to whoop your son ass. And I stand by that. I do want to continue to fight him, but I also feel as though it should be penalties. Like you can't go slander somebody's name and just say all of these lying things that's not true at all. You don't got no facts, no proof or nothing, and just get away with it. So I feel like in the contract, it got to be something to where like that can't happen. Like we got to get rid of that.
Did they slander you?
Yeah, they slandered me. They said that I sent guys to his house to slash his tires.
Damn.
I stole his passport. I don't even know where these guys live at.
Wow.
So it's kind of crazy.
They said that you stole his passport. I remember
Yes.
that whole
Yeah, man. There you go right there. Shakur Stevenson, Auntie Schofield been going back and forth, going crazy and shit. And like I said, bro, like Auntie Schofield and them, right now, I feel like they're not going to even get the winner of this fight tonight, personally, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I feel like they're going to fight one of the contenders, which is a guy named Lucas Body, that they was originally supposed to fight last year, but Kid Austin ended up getting hurt during camp, so they ended up rescheduling and they end up not fighting at all. So I feel like right now with Kid Austin, I think Lucas Body is going to be his next fight. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think he going to be able to contend to fight Shakur or Tank next in his next fight, in my opinion, personally. You know what I mean? But a little bit with Edgar right here, man.
Carlos Adames really won that fight. They all know it. His face, you can see his face. Turkey, I was watching Turkey that whole fight. I watched the fight like 20 times, but yeah, I watched Turkey. Turkey was getting up from the seat, leaving, coming back. Frank Warren was screaming, ah! Right there. It was like, yeah. And then his coach knew he lost. I know that's why he fired his coach, because his coach knew he lost. And it's like, he showed it on national television, like, oh, like he knew, like, you got a gift, bro. It's a difference, right? Somebody giving you you fed with a silver spoon, right? You got, one of the richest families from Saudi backing you up, but we coming to take that because I got bigger things to do. I got a bigger fish to fry. I want that rematch with Canelo. So That's my main focus, you know what I'm saying? And with me, I came from the bottom, bro. Like, no promoter wanted to sign me. I always said, no promoter wanted to sign me. Top Ranker wanted to sign me. Golden Boy wanted to sign me. PBC wanted to sign me. Nobody wanted to sign me.
Yeah, bro. So there you got Berlanga right there saying that boy has a Sheeraz. He getting, you know what I'm saying? He basically getting fist fed pretty much out there by Turkey Al Sheikh. You know what I mean? Basically, like he getting hand fed pretty much, and that his focus is winning this fight, and he wanted a rematch with Canelo, man. And I don't care for the rematch with Berlanga and Canelo personally, but in particular though, that shit. It is interesting, man. Who y'all think y'all gonna win? Who? So let's talk about David Morrell and Katiev. Just starting off, man. David Morrell and Katiev. Katiev, of course, like I said earlier, Katiev is a guy that is, of course, he got, called it for a banned substance in 2024, and he's banned for 2 years from Russia, and he's fighting tonight against David Morrell. His last two VADA tests ended up being good, checked out good, you know what I'm saying, to where, he's in a similar situation to Conor Ben, where, Conor Ben couldn't fight in the UK, but he was able to fight in the US. So interesting fight with David Morrell right here, coming off the loss fighting David Benavidez earlier this year, off of one of the fights of the year so far. And I'm taking David Morrell in this fight tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna definitely take David Morrell. I think he win this, what I'm saying, at least by decision. I think it's gonna be a tough. I wouldn't be surprised if Morrell stop him tonight. You know what I mean? If he stop him, it'll be in the later rounds, you know what I mean, in this fight, personally, in my opinion. So I'm taking David Morrell. Susumi, think he gonna handle business in that fight. There ain't much to talk about in that fight. I think, he's one of those guys that they definitely trying to groom up from Japan and groom him into one of them stars similar to like Nawa anyway. So Susumi definitely get established in his fight. Now Alberto Puello and Sabril Matias. Real interesting fight right here. Real interesting fight. Um Alberto Puello, he's coming off of beating Sandor Martin in a controversial win in a sense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people felt, some people felt Sandor Martin beat Puello in that fight, but I thought Puello did enough to win that fight, in my opinion. Um, and of course, Sabril Matias, you know what I'm saying? He's fought a couple of guys that, ain't really good for us op wise, you can say. But, of course, he had the loss to Leon Paro, but he lost his IBF title last year. And WBC 140 title on the line, man. Titles on the line right here between, Alberto Puello and Sabril Matias. I would say for real, this is a 50-50 fight for us in style class. You know what I mean? Like Alberto Puello, if he can outbox similar to Leon Pyro in the fight with Sabril Matias, you know what I mean? I think he can win. You know what I mean? But Matias, you know what I mean? He's unpredictable for us, you know what I'm saying? And how he's gonna fight if he's gonna come in, really stand and deliver and really fight tonight. You know what I mean? Which I think he's eager to bring it and fight tonight. This style class is a great matchup between these guys, and I'm just really 50-50 with this fight. I really don't have no real definite answer on who I believe who gonna win this fight. For real. Like he said, if the weird cry said, if you are not chances, you are or you are not an Indian. What are you talking about? So yeah, with Alberto Puello, man, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm really 50-50 with this fight. Like it's really a toss-up fight for me, for real, man. What y'all think in the comments on who gonna win that fight with Alberto Puello versus Sabril Matias? Now, I mean, I'm leaning Puello by decision. That's why I'm leaning. You know what I mean? But I think Sabrina Matias gonna come out and try to really, be on some dog shit tonight, man. For some reason, man, for real. So I'm real intrigued to see that fight tonight. My boy D1 said Matias stoppage late in the late rounds. Yeah, bro. I think if Matias do stop Puello, it'll be in the late rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Sabril Matias gonna probably try to get out there and start fast, man. I think Puello's the better boxer out of the two guys, but Matias, I think he gonna definitely try to get out there and start fast tonight in this fight with Alberto Puello. And Alberto Puello, he gonna have to be technically sound tonight on defense for sure. Because Matias, he definitely gonna be trying to throw them motherfucking hammers at him tonight. Then my boy D1 said, "Here's what you guys don't know about Sabril. He's had two broken hands in the previous two fights, both of his hands. Yeah, you know what I mean? And if his hands 100% good, shit, now, shit, it's going to make up for a good scrap tonight. He going to be ready. Yeah, I can tell, bro. A lot of these fighters got brittle hands, man, from just, them not punching correctly and them not wrapping their hands up, coming up in their careers. You know what I mean? It's fucked up, man. It's definitely fucked up. Really Cross said, you got Puello? You got Pueblo? Okay. Okay. Shit, I'm with that. Shit. I don't hey, I'm with either guy for real in this one. I don't got no definite pick in this one, but I would lean Pueblo probably with the boxing skills a little bit, probably. But I wouldn't be surprised if Sabril, stop him in the late rounds like my dog D1 said, for sure. You know what I mean? And with Shakur Stevenson, Williams Zepeda, man, like I said in this fight, man, Shakur Stevenson definitely going to have to definitely, engage the night, have some offense with some defense, some great defense behind them, and had that, that right check, that check hook should be popping tonight. You know what I'm saying? Go to that body, wear Williams Zepeda down. You know what I mean? Williams Zepeda. Make Shakur Stevenson uncomfortable as possible the whole night. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Williams Zepeda is well conditioned tonight because he's going to need to be well conditioned to make Shakur Stevenson uncomfortable for all 12 rounds of tonight. You know what I mean? And it's going to be big for him. And, this fight, it's really a question with Shakur's hands tonight. Shakur hands, he'll the fight. Is Shakur hands ain't good during the fight. How's he gonna fight if his hands ends up failing him during the fight? Like there's just so many different questions among this fight among Shakur Stevenson and Williams Zepeda tonight. You know what I mean? But I believe Shakur Stevenson wins by decision, man, where he ends up winning clear by decision. You know what I mean, with Zepeda tonight. That's my personal prediction for it. But like I said, it's going. Like I said, I believe it's going to be a real unimaginable thing happen in this fight with Williams Zepeda tonight and Shakur Stevenson. Man, I can't pick at what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna wait and see what happens then for it tonight for sure. And Edgar Berlanga and Hamza Sheeraz right there. Man, shit, bro. Like, I'm really, it's a toss up for me. It's a real toss up fight for me, for real, in my opinion. I'm 50-50 with it. I think Shiraz is the better boxer amongst the two. But this is Shiraz's first fight moving up to 160. We've seen, Carlos Adames handle Shiraz in that last fight. You know what I mean? Shiraz should have lost that fight. Shouldn't have been no draw. I mean, Carlos Adames won that fight by 2 or 3 rounds for sure. But with Edgar Berlanga, you know what I mean, hasn't fought the greatest competition coming up in his career. And, had the fight with, Canelo where he ended up, losing clear by decision in that fight. You know what I mean? He fought good. He stood in there, after getting knocked down by Canelo. But, this is a good test for, Berlanga right here, you know what I mean? And I don't know if Berlanga can get the job done with Shiraz. And I don't know if Shiraz can get the job done 100% with Berlanga for real, too. Moving up, this first time at 168, Berlanga's already filled into the weight. You know what I mean? And Berlanga didn't look drained. He didn't look drained yesterday in the weigh-in or anything. Shiraz looked good. Both of them look good. The one thing I will say, Shiraz throughout the whole week, during fight week, he's been more composed compared to Berlanga. Berlanga been giving off kind of like anxious, nervous energy to me a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you know how you was in high school when you get this one dude and shit in there. Like you got this one dude you about to fight in high school, and the dude and that motherfucker, he's showing off and shit, talking shit, and he talking shit in front of people blocking out the blocking you out and shit from fighting the motherfucker. Like you one of them motherfuckers, man. Like I mean, Berlanga, this energy is a little off to me, bro, on this situation for real, man. But I definitely got I don't know who gonna win this one. I don't know who gonna win, bro. I don't know who gonna win, man. I'm up in the air. Said I think Shakur is going to be in the first 10 tested fight if he's ever had, and it's going to be the pay winning in the court of public opinion, and that's what matters most. Shakur will get the dub. But yeah, dang father was good, bro. Was good. Ray Cry said, I got Berlanga. I always support a person who does not what he is told. He's silly. Salute to where he cried, man. In the comments, man, give us some color in the for the channel, man. In there, contested. Yeah, for sure. I see what you said. I know what you're talking about, D1. I already know the vibes. Yeah, man. Yeah, Berlanga, man. It's a 50-50 fight with Berlanga Sheeraz, man. I don't like. I don't know. I want to lean Berlanga. I really want to lean Berlanga in this fight for real. You know what I mean, personally, but I'm not 100% sure, man. I'm not 100% sure, man, because all Belanga's energy throughout this week been different. And Shiraz, he's the more technical sound fighter between the two. Belanga already saying he coming out guns blazing, trying to get the knockout early. You know what I mean? He want to get the knockout early and want to have an early night. And we gonna see about it, bro. Like, cause I think Shiraz, he gonna that motherfucker can fight. Shiraz can fight. Shiraz can fight, man. It's gonna be a good ass fucking fight for sure between them two. I think that fight. I think out of all the fights, the the CamJ banger alerts I'm saying is Morel and Katyav. I think that's a banger alert fight. Berlanga Shiraz is a banger, a CamJ banger alert fight. And far as who could be fight of the night can be. I think fight of the night could be Morel and Katiev or Puello and Matias. Both of those fights can be fights of the night tonight, in my opinion. But I like Berlanga and Shiraz can definitely be fight of the night too, the way they styles match up for sure. D1 said David Morrell gonna stop, buddy. He's too slow. Facts. Yeah, bro. I think David gonna stop in the night too, man. I got David by decision at the least, but I think he can stop him in the late rounds though. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big David Morrell fan, man. I think David Morrell. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him, and I'm rooting for Shakur Stevenson to win tonight too, man. I'm rooting for him to win tonight. You know what I mean? Because I definitely want to see him prove Turkey wrong, and I want to see him fight Tank. You know what I mean? And if you're a Tank fan, I feel like you should want Shakur Stevenson to win because you want to see that fight in the future. You know what I mean? For sure. Like I'm rooting for Tank. I mean, I'm rooting for Shakur to win tonight for sure. My boy D1 said Matias Puello going to be fight of the night. Shakur going to be running and grabbing fast. Yeah, Matias and Puello could be fight of the night. Like that's the fight that I think out of them all five fights, I think that fight's going to be the one that's going to be fight of the night tonight with Puello and Matias tonight. I can't wait to see that one, bro. Yep, and we 3 hours away, man. We 3 hours away, man. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Appreciate everybody joining me tonight, man. Well, today, you know what I'm saying, during this motherfucking live stream, the shit was lit, man. We got to cover a lot of shit, cover the fights, and cover a lot of topics today. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all watch this on the playback for sure, man. I see my dog L Dub, he about to go live, man. And I know my sister Jag Queen Boxing, she live at 5:30 p.m. tonight too. So y'all make sure y'all tune in with her tonight as well. And the fight's at 6 p.m. Eastern time on the zone tonight, man. So we got a lit night of fights. Of course, we'll be back live tomorrow for the Sorry But Not Sorry boxing show, man, for sure. We'll be back live and 12, and it's gonna be a lit ass roundtable show, man. We're gonna be recapping the fights, man. So it's gonna be lit. So make sure y'all tune in live with me tomorrow, 12 afternoon for the roundtable show. And make sure y'all hit that like button if y'all ain't hit that like button and watching this on the playback. and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. And remember, we live every Wednesday. We live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, man. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, man. For Sorry But Not Sorry Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. So everybody, man, make sure y'all motherfucking tap in with your boy, man. We working, man. And we out of here. Enjoy y'all Saturday night, man, on these fights tonight.